Last time on D&D, you guys got some of your things that you commissioned in the city. You did some individual info gathering / espionage, and then met back up at the tavern to discover that Torrid and Franklin had switched places, so to speak. That Conscious was once again Franklin was once again conscious, and Torrid was unconscious. So basically there's that, and then you guys discussed kind of what you kind of wanted to do and what you discovered, and then you went to go meet the Centurions. When you met with them, they informed you that one of the... I don't remember if there were 4 or 5 of them, but one of them had not come back to meet at the specified time. That happened to be the one that Berthold saw sneaking into the palace as he was sneaking out of the palace. So, and at basically that is kind of where we were at, and you guys were... If you had questions for the Centurions at that point, we will continue there. Otherwise, we will go to what your plans are for the gala, the coming, so tomorrow evening, or what you were going to do in the meantime. So let's start with, you guys just met with the Centurions. They said, hey, one of our numbers is missing. I don't remember if Berthold or if somebody from the party mentioned, hey, I saw him going into the palace or not. I don't remember if you guys mentioned that to them.
I think we dropped at the very start of that meeting.
Okay.
And didn't really get to exchange any information whatsoever.
Okay, so we will start off with them saying, hey, this one guy was gone. I don't remember what his name was.
I would say that's interesting. What was he supposed to... Where was he supposed to go, or search, or do?
Welcome back, Tommy.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. They just said that they were each going to go see if they had contacts in the city or what they could find out about maybe the, trying to see if they could get information, kind of what you guys were doing, and one of them just happened to decide, hey, I'm going to go to the palace to see if I can get info. And that one did not return at the same time.
Oh, okay. So he had mentioned that he was just going to the palace for info.
Yeah, he probably mentioned that to them, and then they were like, okay, great, we'll meet you back, whenever. So, but that's basically the extent of what they know, is they're like, he said he was going to the palace. That's it. We have not reconnected with him. They also mentioned that it's possible that if he actually found something, that is the reason why he hasn't met back up, because he could be either like trying to lie low or get more information at the expense of not meeting people here. So they seem mildly concerned, but not like we have to go get him right now. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that was my only
with that on the table, you guys have any questions for them, or would you like to share anything you have discovered with them?
I'm not even here.
That's
Berthold,
true.
Berthold at the very least will confirm, yeah, I saw him while I was on my way out.
With that being mentioned, they would ask, well, did you find anything of note?
Overheard some guards at the prison talking about activity that seemed kind of suspicious. They made mention of people being taken off for execution, but it didn't seem like it was going to be public execution, which is potentially noteworthy.
That is odd.
And it also sounded like they were being transferred there from the jail.
Okay. Well, also, I'm guessing you probably haven't mentioned anything about the gala, and obviously these guys are not invited to the gala, so they're not going to. They're gonna probably. So, unless somebody wants to mention that at all, but I will.
No, I was
they're basically
planning on
gonna
keeping
say,
that to ourselves.
Sure. Okay. They're basically gonna say, okay, well maybe we should try to see if we can get some information from, I don't know, one of the jailers about that. We have.
Did the Centurions find any leads?
That's a good question. I'm gonna make roll. I have a sheet for them, I think. Somewhere in here. I was just going to Centurion. I'll just roll a investigation, I guess, or I will roll 2 checks with advantage because there's a bunch of them. Okay.
Ooh.
So their investigative things did not go.
Prowess.
Yeah. It did not go as well as they would have hoped. But they did. Now that you mention that, as they mention that, they will say, or one of them will say, "Oh, I was in kind of the area around where the barracks or whatever, where the actual jail is." They're like, I did see some guards escorting a couple presumably prisoners from there in the direction of the palace, I suppose.
Did they have a winged fellow among the people they were transferring? Much like our associate who has not shown up yet.
Who flew over the wall?
That's a good question. I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
I look directly at Samus.
Samus is not there.
Oh, okay.
Samus was waiting back at base for Ramvik to come back after he admits that he is lost.
I'll just say something then to the effect of okay, that's going to probably affect how we should plan about things.
Okay. So, Brian, you're still at the tavern then? Or the inn,
Yeah,
or wherever you
I
guys
believe
stayed?
that
Okay.
was where I said I was going to be.
Okay, I will cut back to you here in a second then. So, with that information...
Were we not meeting them at the inn?
No, we were meeting them somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
At a mushroom restaurant, I guess.
No,
Oh.
Ramvik said he would meet them at a mushroom restaurant.
That's right.
And then he left without knowing where they were.
That's true. Okay. So you guys are... Yeah, I think you guys are meeting somewhere around the market district is...
Oh, okay.
what we'll say. Somewhere where there's, a bunch of... it's probably busy enough that you won't be, overheard by, if you guys are off in, an alley or something, I don't know.
Yeah. the kind of thing where it's good secrecy if no one's specifically there to listen to specifically you because of all of the hustle and bustle.
Mhm.
And then if you already tipped off a spy, then you're probably fucked no matter what you do, so why not?
Exactly.
And also, I'm keeping a very close eye out for anyone watching with my +9 to perception.
Should I help you with my -1 to perception?
I mean, it could be like a setback thing, or every once in a while, it's very helpful. True.
Mhm.
Anyway, I'm not sure we have anything else right at this moment.
Okay. Okay, well, they basically say, okay, well, if you haven't found anything else of note, we are going to go see if we can contact our friend, and if we find anything, we'll try to locate you guys. And they're, they're gonna try to go continue their stuff, and I guess say, hey, we'll be at this place, we're staying at this place. If you guys need rooms for the night, then you feel free to join us or whatever. And they're gonna they're basically gonna go try to continue their investigation, and see if there's anything, maybe go search, but yeah, they're just gonna try to go search again. So
Okay.
They're going to search what, where?
some place. They did not specify where they were gonna go search for information.
Loving the teamwork here, guys.
They get the impression that you guys might not be telling them everything, so they're not gonna tell you everything.
Well,
Good teamwork, everybody.
that seems out of nowhere.
Everybody has
Ooh.
secrets.
They
Yeah.
also have their own prerogative that they've been given orders. So
Yeah.
Allegedly.
allegedly.
I stuck my. No, never mind. I'm Kaovis. I have to maintain professionalism.
Yeah. Yeah.
Correct.
When he's not looking, I'll stick my tongue out at Charlie. Charles.
Damn. The psychological warfare begins.
Yes. Right. It's okay. Cool.
How many
So-
Chumbuckers have we seen? Like,
How
how
many
many
what?
came with us?
I 4 or 5. I haven't decided if it would be 4 or 5.
Okay.
We'll say 5. So one of
And
them
there's-
is missing.
And there's 5 of us?
There's 7, 6,
Well,
6
there-
of you.
There's 5 of us and Corpsey McCorpson, who changes every week.
Oh.
Also Enoch.
Oh yes.
If you
Would
include
Enoch be here? I
Oh,
guess would he-
Enoch, you're right.
would he have come with everybody?
I
to this
thought
property?
that he stayed with the captain.
No, he came to the city.
No, you guys
Oh,
convinced him
did
to
he?
come to the city.
Yeah, we
Oh,
talked
okay.
to him last week.
Oh, yeah,
Last
we
session.
did, didn't we? We did. That rings a bell.
Yes.
If an interruption ever becomes convenient in the Samus alone at the end scene,
It is
I am
Samus
available.
and Torrid's unconscious body, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I am available to show up carrying
Oh, no,
10
Torrid's
to-go orders of
Portobello
mushrooms,
mushrooms.
portobello mushrooms,
while the
and slightly
party,
irate.
sure, okay, sure. So while the party is having this conversation, other than Samus, while you're there milling about the room or outside the room or wherever you are, at some point, Torrid kind of like snaps awake and like sits upright in the bed, and is now conscious.
Back with us, huh? Got
Yeah, he's
any
back from the
exciting stories
AFK
about
lobby.
elf princesses?
Elf princesses? Pardon? Yeah. That was trippy. That was weird.
What happened?
Well, I know what happened to our friend Franklin. A lady,
Okay.
an elf lady, who accidentally pulled me into this other realm. I could see you, but you couldn't see me. She also had a pet cat, but it was very weird. She told me she's been following us for a time, and she is interested in the necromancer we've encountered.
Oh my!
She
Interesting.
also told me she doesn't seem to fully. Well, she took me there by accident. Our friend Franklin, when he woke up, she accidentally, instead of just waking him up, she sent him back and took me in his place instead. So she doesn't seem to fully know what she's doing, but it seems we may have an unseen ally at least.
Huh.
Well,
Could've sworn
hopefully
that-
that will be useful.
And
Teovis,
rolled
who is not in
history
this
to remember
room.
her name.
Oh right. Sorry. I thought Torrid was with us too.
No, Torrid's unconscious
that
body
makes-
and
that
Samus
makes
were
sense.
here at the end.
Do I remember her name?
So, our team showed up down a full 3 people, and they spent half the meeting apologizing for missing one. And we just straight up didn't mention it. And we're wondering why they think we're hiding stuff?
I probably did say something about like Samus is probably waiting for Ramvik because Ramvik is doing Ramvik things and getting lost. I'll share
they
any
don't-
info.
They don't know Ramvik, so that doesn't mean anything.
I
to
don't
them.
care. I'm saying that and letting them be confused.
No, I'm going to say
And
that, I'm saying that this is just going to make them think that we're lying again.
Okay.
Okay.
All I'm
Okay,
saying
yeah.
is I probably would have given a brief explanation of like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what these two are up to, and it's not productive at all right now.
Sam, does Torrid remember the name of the elf princess?
You probably would. Well, that's a good question. Do you remember the name of the elf princess?
I think that's why he rolled a history check.
I wrote it down,
Oh.
but I don't
Oh.
remember where I wrote
Oh,
it
yeah.
down.
Oh, yeah. It is Yume.
Yume.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna be like, well, if you can't remember it, you may want to roll again. But he said,
Yes. So at that point, Ramvik shows up with his to-go orders.
Hello, Ramvik.
They're hiding!
I immediately run up after I smell what's coming through the door from Ramvik's arms. Oh my gosh. Do you mind? I mean, you wouldn't mind if I had some?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna intentionally hide from our meeting. We can eat their half.
Great.
I'll take some too.
I will continue not eating mushrooms. Because my wisdom tells me this is a bad idea.
Who all is back at the
Okay.
cabin now?
I assume at this point, I guess everyone's back here. Unless you
Okay, great.
specifically decided to not come back.
So you're repressing
right.
your urges then, Bertold?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm definitely eating some mushrooms. Those look good as hell. Thank you very much.
And he doesn't even really have the
No, yeah,
Cursor.
Franklin's
He
not
didn't have it at all.
supposed
It was just hungry. The
Yeah.
meal has
These
been
are
provided.
hilarious.
These are so good. Excuse me.
Right. Right.
Alright. So I assume you share what information you learned from them.
Yeah, Ramvik, did you find anything out?
I got
I
shrooms.
did not mean Ramvik.
Bertold will just like Samus, they probably have your the player, I'm blanking on the name.
Tahiko.
Hiko.
Yeah, they probably have Kahiko and probably took him to the prison from the jail.
The prison where they're executing people.
Yes.
Hiko's in jail. What?
Was
We should
in
go
jail
save
and
him,
is home.
Ramvik.
Which one?
Which Kahiko?
What? Which jail, idiot?
Are you serious about that question, Olin?
Wow. No.
Okay.
It still stings that I got called an idiot by Ramvik though.
Yeah.
I keep trying to find ways to slip in signs that Ramvik thinks he's smart, while still trying to be as dumb as physically possible.
Amazing.
Brilliant.
Yes. Okay. Ooh. Right. Okay. Yeah. So what are you gonna do?
Save Kahiko.
Hellbreak to Hiko.
Okay.
It would seem it would be in our best interest to save Kahiko from a necromantic fate.
Yeah, good
Sure.
point. Are you Batman or are you Kaovis right now?
No, I'm Kaovis, otherwise
Okay.
I'd It would seem that some great injustice is about to befall our acquaintance Kahiko.
Actually, that's a good point too. Didn't you appear before those folks as Batman? So not
I
only
did,
did we have
but
3 people missing, we had also replaced Batman with this curious, dashing young lad.
I did,
Kaovis.
but this briefly came into my mind last session, but then I corrected myself and said, oh yeah, that one-off line about Batman saying he was friends with Kaovis Wayne actually comes into play here.
Even then, we randomly replaced one of our party members with his friend.
Well, that's like saying that we randomly replaced Marcus with a vacant spot, but they didn't seem to give a shit about that.
Yeah.
We got things to do, people to see, plates to change into and out of.
Look, all I'm saying is, it's not unreasonable for them to be suspicious.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's all I'm saying too.
True.
Yeah, I agree.
So, how do you want to go about trying to rescue Kahiko?
Fly there, grab him, fly out.
Fly where?
They told us
that's
that
why I
they
asked
saw-
which jail.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for someone to answer me.
we were told that they saw where the prisoners were being transported to.
Oh.
Anyone get any more information about that?
As
Who
far
was
as
there?
I'm aware, it sounded like they only knew that they were being transferred. I know that they likely would be being transferred to the dungeons inside the castle that you can't fly into
Yeah.
easily because it's not open air.
And it
The
goes
vault.
descends.
Yes.
Is that a challenge?
Digging is just flying, but upside down. Think about it.
I will
Players open
suggest
air if you're fast enough.
I would suggest we be a bit more stealthy in getting in there.
Amos turns, looks at the entire rest of the party, turns back to you and says, "Right."
Oh, right. Look,
I
looks
give
at the
I give Bertold the wink and the finger guns.
look
So
at
we're
the people
thinking
wearing
this is the
plate.
bagpipes
Right.
mission, right?
Yeah,
It's someone
backpack
else.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Who got invited to the? Oh, it was Enoch. Invited to
Yeah.
So between Enoch and myself, it seems at least 4 of us could enter the palace under the guise of the gala without having to go through more violent means.
I can't do anything in violation of the law in this country without a violation of the pact with Dragonwall.
Not
You
with
have
that
violated
Who
the
is
attitude.
law.
speaking?
Okay.
Is it illegal for you to to take a +1 and then the +1 does something without your permission? That's
Yeah,
not you
how
breaking
does
the
the
law.
city
Are-
view like an individual? Are they responsible for the +1 then?
I would assume they are.
You'd
I
be
mean,
like,
culpability wise.
Are they hiring any extra servants for this gala party?
Probably.
It sounded like the prison was just down the stairs from the servant quarter. What was described by Berthold. So perhaps we could just get jobs.
Well, some of us.
Some of us.
Franklin, how confident are you getting into the gala as a performer?
I'm pretty confident.
That's good. Confidence is good in a situation.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Enoch,
agree.
Enoch is like, if you folks are bound and determined to get into the gala, perhaps you pursue your recent fame in your capture of destruction of the pirate.
Mm.
It's possible they might want you
That's-
at the party for that reason.
That's
That's
a good
true.
point. We already got arrested once for that. What's to say we can't just do it again?
Yeah, all due respect, Enoch, we would still be in prison because of that fame right now if it weren't for you vouching for us.
True.
So probably not.
No, that's fine. We're trying to get into a jail. Just get arrested. Where's the nearest guard?
Samus, please subdue your guest.
All I'm saying is, you didn't get arrested because you killed the pirate. You got arrested because they thought you were doing magic. In fact, I'm sure that people of this country are quite glad to be rid of the pirate, since there was such a sizable bounty on them.
Regardless of the reason, we were imprisoned by this city, and we were only out because you vouched for us.
That's true.
I'm sensing
I
a
don't
lack of
understand how
trust.
that's relevant.
There's also a back way in, I will say. That's how I got in.
Still pursuing the stealth.
Look, what I'm saying is, we sneak in the back way, and then we change into party outfits. And walk as if we belong there. And no one's gonna question it.
Probably not.
Is that like
We
a
could try
performance?
getting in the up and up way first,
Yeah, I
and
mean,
then do that if it doesn't work.
Is that a performance check to try to act like somebody else getting into a party like that? Or is it?
No, you're not
or
trying to
disguise.
get into the party as someone else. You are getting into the party and then being someone else.
You're using
Not even
stealth
being
to
someone
get into
else,
the
just
party.
just acting like you don't not belong.
So it's a stealth check.
It's a stealth check to get in, and then probably a performance or deception to
Oh.
maintain it if someone calls you on it.
Makes sense to me.
And if you're able to figure out the disguise kit rules, more power to you. You can use those if you want.
I think it's just you would just check with that, right? With
Yeah, you should
disguise
make a
kit?
check with the disguise kit. Yeah,
Which check?
disguise.
I literally
would-
click the words disguise kit and it just says like, oh yeah, sure.
It
And
would
then I
be
roll a
a
1, and
disguise,
everyone
like
just figures out who I
instead
am at
of
the
a
beginning
skill,
of the
it would be a
campaign.
disguise kit check with
Yeah.
the stat being what an appropriate one. Probably charisma. So probably just, unless you have a skill with the disguise kit for whatever reason, probably not any better than just doing a stealth check. But maybe with some sort of bonus, like a lower DC or something, due to being more appropriate. So yes, do we want to try and fame our way in?
I
I'm
think
just going with the invitation.
so. What
I
is the
could
worst
take-
that would happen if we tried to fame our way in?
They say no.
I can't imagine anything would particularly go wrong besides being told no.
Exactly. So I think we should try that first.
Okay, so you disagreed with me.
Yes.
Okay.
I just want to make sure I'm clear on my reasoning that it's because I don't think it'll go wrong to try.
Yeah, I agree.
Sure. If we're being given an entrance because we're famous, sure.
That
How
would
should we
perhaps mean that we
introduce
could bring
ourselves?
in Batman instead of his friend here.
Yeah.
I don't know how you want to deal with that. Kaovis, who is definitely Batman's friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alternatively, I think Kavis, who is definitely Batman's friend, also just had a regular invitation and might just show up, and we might just say, "Oh, Batman didn't feel like coming to this."
He's off fighting for justice.
Yeah.
Are Kaovis and
Yeah.
Batman fighting?
No, we just we operate in very different spheres.
They
So
go out of their way to mention that you're friends, which makes me think you're not actually friends.
well, I didn't go. I
Are
was
you
just
lovers?
introducing myself to wait. I mean, no, I don't remember when that came up, but sometimes it just comes up in conversation because you're like, oh, I know this very famous, dashing, capable individual named Batman, and it's just people they eat it up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say I go out of my way to try to. I mean, I'm
Okay.
Kaovis.
So
I
He
need
said, yeah,
clout
like
for-
SpongeBob says it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so this sounds like our plan. Kaofis, you find your way in, we'll find ours, hopefully. And then we'll try and mount a rescue.
Okay. Alright, so well, let's just start. I'll just go through each person and let me know what you're planning to do, and if there's a check associated with it, I'll have you roll it. Also, the gala is tomorrow night, so you have a full day to like prep if you want to prep for the gala. So,
Great.
Canvas, what are you doing? Are you just using your invitation to get in, and are you bringing a +1?
Does anyone want to be my +1 when I grill this Courtney lady? Or do you want to go in as heroes?
You want to ask someone some questions?
Yeah.
I would be very interested in hearing the answers.
What? I assume she will be more open to answering questions if she doesn't have someone else hanging over a shoulder. You're free to tag along, but as long as she doesn't, you're there.
That said, I do think, since you seem like someone up on the latest fashions, and I think it would be good to get some appropriate party attire for myself as well.
Yeah, I could help you with that.
Yeah.
You guys do have a lot of money.
we have a lot of money, and Bertold's thought process is, I feel like I actually want to show up to this
Just to the nines.
like dressed appropriately for going to this kind of party, and that way I might. So what he's gonna basically go with is I want to show up with Heovis, dressed like I fit, not like an adventurer, so that people are less likely to think I'm a sneaky adventurer who might be up to trouble, and more like, oh, that silly noble.
Oh, don't worry, I say under my breath. I actually might know how that feels more than you think.
Yeah.
Give him a wink. I'm so clever.
Amazing. Okay, Ramvik, what are you doing?
So are we just breaking in the front? I heard we're just breaking in the front. I can get a big old luchador costume so they don't know who I am. That way I'll be able to get big.
Just shut up and stand behind me, Ramvik.
Are you sure? I'm sure it wouldn't be a problem to get just like a nice red and gold, some feather dye. Can really make it pop. It will take a lot of wrangling, but I will eventually just shut up and stand behind Samus.
Samus will handle the wrangling if someone else handles the trying to get us into the venue as ourselves.
If only there was someone charismatic to lead that group.
If
So you
only.
You're gonna try to. So
If you guys.
you're gonna fame your way in, basically. You're gonna try to be like, hey, we turned in the bounty, let us in, because otherwise pirates would be destroying your town right now.
Because we're super cool. We don't need to
Sure.
phase it like a threat. We saved the town.
There's
Well,
a group of
obviously
4
we'd be
going in
guessing.
like that, and a group of 2 going in on Keovis's rep, and then Enoch is going in on his own.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay. So, and then Franklin, you're gonna get your way in it as the entertainment.
That's my plan.
Perfect.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
I was thinking Franklin would be the leader of
but
the fame group.
If you guys want to get in on the fame group, like, if you need my charisma, I understand, and I will go with you. And figure
you're like
my
one
other
of-
stuff out elsewhere.
You are the best person at talking in this entire
That is-
party by like an order of magnitude. I would appreciate it if you did this for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
If you don't, then I will just let Ramvik do his plan.
Because it would be a
Oh,
probably
no.
bonus again.
Okay. Amazing. Okay, so let's Kaevis, you're gonna go in. Bertold, you're gonna be his +1 to go in, so you guys are covered. Torrid, how are you gonna get in? Are you gonna go in with the Fame Your Way In group?
You can also be Enoch's +1 if you want to.
That's true.
I'll probably try to fame my way in. If we have a day, I'll probably try to get a nice nobleman's suit and trim my beard and try to look all fancy for the thing.
Okay.
Try to
Sweet.
impress him.
Sure. So I guess for those of you who are getting gussied up, if you're gonna, go and get, nice clothes and all that stuff, to prep for it. I don't know how much gold that would actually be for it can't be crazy.
I think fancy clothes is usually 10, 15 gold.
Oh, is it?
I think.
Clothes would be what I would look at. 15 gold.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll say, so I'll just say it's that much for those of you who, if you want to spend the money to get really fancy attire and, a glow up, then yeah, you can spend the 15 gold to do that. If you don't want to do that, then I will say if you want to spend that, then it might give you a bonus.
Fine clothes intended to be expensive and look expensive cost 15. A full fucking costume for going on stage is 5, and the next most expensive thing is 2.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't specifically a gala, this would be overspending.
Right.
Unfortunately, it is specifically a gala.
Yes. So we'll do that. So, for those of you going to Fame In, I will say.
I meant to say Hootenanny. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys are all.
I will, because you are all going as a group, and you have kind of as a group, you have that recognition of, oh, you were actually the group that did that. I'll say, Franklin, when you go to requisition a invite, I guess. Go ahead and give me persuasion with advantage.
Okay.
You guys are doing this as a.
Let's see those snake eyes.
Yeah, I know, right? Which would actually still pass, probably. Actually.
Okay.
Wow.
Glad you
did call it.
that advantage. That advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically you. You basically just are able to just completely talk your way into this and be like, hey, we stopped those pirates, all this stuff. You really, pump the party up and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we're so thankful for your service to our city and the nation of Storm Harbor and all this stuff. And they're like, yes, please, here. And they give you guys, whatever they need to, whatever you need,
tickets,
your tickets or whatever it is that you get in with. So
Hell yeah.
the 4 of you are able to get those, and with flying colors. And then, as I'll say, because you rolled so well, as part of that, I will let you, as being like, hey, I would love to have the opportunity to be one of the performers that evening, and they're like, oh, of course, that would be wonderful. We'll get you or whoever, you want to bring with you in, and they get you set up. So basically you have an inn for that. So they're just show up, at this place, early, a little earlier before the gala, so we can make sure you're set up on stage and all that stuff. So
mingling with the bigwigs.
So not only did you get in, you got in early.
Yes.
Right. Amazing.
You're welcome. That's the
Yes.
power of big numbers.
Yes. So, is there anything else people want to do until the next evening? Because I assume you're doing this as part of the next day or the current evening, all this stuff. So basically, everybody has an inn. If you spent the money, you have some really nice duds. They do.
Hell yeah.
So, one of the things that they do, or they will probably check, is they there's like, they do say there is a dress code. So even if you just get like the cheap nice clothes, like it's a thing if you have the inn now, but like it's like, you know, they're
Don't
like,
show
there's
up
a dress
in
code.
used plate.
Yeah, don't show up in, like, they're basically, they probably won't let you in if you're fully geared. So if you have stuff you want to try to conceal on your person, they probably also won't allow weapons into the gala.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to make sure I can conceal crossbows under my dress or whatever it is that I'm wearing.
I want to
You
make
could
sure.
honestly,
Hold out crossbows.
you could get one of those, like, you know, really wide, you know, like Disney princess dresses.
Yes,
and so
there
you
you
can
go.
have them on like your, you know, you can have like them on like the sides, you know, your legs.
Yeah.
or
Samus has
whatever.
big birthing hips.
Yeah.
You know,
I have
They birth
Yeah,
many
probably
bolts
extra
into people's
space for-
faces.
more weapons for people that need it.
I was
actually gonna ask. I don't suppose buying a bag of holding would be in the car.
That's a good idea.
I don't know if anyone would be selling one.
Magic item like
it's
that
fine if no,
might
I'd-
exist in another country, but not in this city.
Yeah, I just figured I would ask just to make sure I did, in case. In case you did say
good
yes,
ask.
but
Actually, I was gonna ask. I don't suppose. I was gonna say, could Enoch somehow? I'm trying to look at his stuff to see if he would have a way to like magic stuff in for you guys.
Maybe if you convince him to, because he's been pretty uptight on the whole like not breaking the law thing.
I don't actually see anything in his kit that would, other than like minor illusion.
I
But-
will suggest that if we really want anything, we can drop it on the other side of the wall around where I got in.
Oh, but in the garden and just
Yeah.
okay. You could do that like at night or whatever.
Yeah.
Like so if you guys want to do that, like throw a bunch of stuff in a sack and then have
Yeah.
somebody sneak up to the wall and lower the bag over and tuck it in behind the bushes or something, you could do that.
How
can get
hard
him
would
in.
it be to conceal my?
Your
natural
what?
your giant twin blade?
They're not giant. They don't do that much damage.
It's
Can
your...
I
Well, I
conceal
guess
my
they-
Zweihander?
Yeah, I
it's
feel
more
like
No, I'm leaving my Zweihander at home. I'm gonna use Kahiko's Zweihander because he's in jail, and so we have his stuff.
Because he'll have it
Right,
on
right,
him
right,
when
right.
he's in jail. That makes
That
sense.
way, if we lose the stash, I still have my weapon.
Oh, I thought you'd
Yeah,
leave it at Kahiko.
I can fly over the wall into the garden and like stab the greatsword into the side of a tree up hidden in the branches and then hang a bag from it
Oh, okay.
so that
sure.
anyone who can climb or specifically me can go retrieve it.
yeah,
Sure.
that's probably
Okay.
a good idea.
While give me a stealth check while you do that. Just as part
That's
of...
unfortunate.
I'm gonna roll
I-
to see if... Well, to be fair, if you're doing it at night, I'm gonna roll to see if there are people in the garden, and then I will roll to see if they notice if there are. So I'm gonna.
And
roll...
they'll probably be at disadvantage because they not
Okay,
see well.
there is no one in the garden at night.
Actually,
us
that
can roll.
entire wing of the building is just completely empty.
Yeah.
That we know of.
Allegedly.
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 You
Zombies aren't people.
You scare the shit out of some pigeons. Okay. Sure. So that's tucked away up in a tree. Sure. Okay. So
I still wanted to see. Is it not reasonable to conceal those scimitars?
No, we can do it. I'd just stab it in the tree next to my big ass sword. Like, if it's too
I
big
mean
to fit
on
in
your
the
Well, I
bag.
mean conceal on my person. I don't want to
Oh, I thought
put
you were
anything
No.
outside that I can't just take in.
I'm fairly confident the answer to that is a no.
What kind of weapon was this?
Chaos,
Scimitar.
why would you need scimitars? I thought it was Batman that used those.
Are you asking me in character with that?
Sounds like
I
it.
feel like Enoch. I feel like Enoch might ask that out of
Being a dick?
But I'm not saying out loud that I'm like. Enoch, do you
got
think
it.
I could conceal my scimitar?
Yeah. No.
He just quirks a smile at you. I'd like to see that.
Okay.
I think it would be really hard for you to be able to do that.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I just wanted
Especially
to.
since it's a two-handed weapon.
Yeah.
Scimitars, the one-handed finesse light.
Oh, not the double-bladed scimitar?
No, because he has.
No.
They
They connect.
together. They connect
They
together
connect.
into a two-handed weapon.
Yeah.
And then
What crack are you on? Okay.
Yeah, good stuff.
It would.
Scimitars are still kind of big.
Yeah, there's still. It would be.
The cross guard's the main problem here.
Yeah.
Like the handle and the cross guard is pretty bulky. So
Oh,
if
no,
you
wait,
got
those are-
like a custom-made giant cape with huge shoulder pauldrons to hide the
Oh,
to like hide
underneath it.
the handles underneath, then it just looks like you're a melodramatic fuck.
I also
Oh,
forgot
just
it's
like
not two
normal?
scimitars. It's a scimitar and a long sword that we was just said.
I
but, like,
assumed
finesse.
that you were using a backup scimitar in order to compromise on getting stuff in. Because scimitars are smaller than long swords.
Yeah. I forgot there was a long sword. Absolutely no.
The concept was it was like the Nightwing like staff that can pop into the two sticks. But
The two
it's a sword.
tonfas,
But it's two swords that connect at the hilt. For flavor. But yeah. So okay. Great. So we will fast forward to the night of Franklin. You will arrive before everyone else.
Okay.
Are you gonna bring the others with you as like be like, yeah, they're part of my like troop or whatever, or are you just gonna go in by yourself as like, are you gonna try to get the few people you got invites for to in early with you?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm gonna.
Okay.
Anybody who's like, I don't know, who of you wants to get in early?
I'll go.
I'm gonna end up going in whenever Samus does, so what I want isn't really relevant.
Right.
I should also say, before we get too far from the hiding weapon thing, I definitely want to make sure I have like several daggers on me.
Okay, give me sleight of. Well, I guess I can't remember if it's sleight of hand to like conceal stuff on you, or if it's just stealth.
It's the
I mean,
same roll for me either way.
Okay, then just roll that. Then it doesn't matter for you specifically. So give me that. So it's like you might be able to get like one based on like the suit, the cut of the suit and stuff that you bought. It'd be really kind of obvious that there were like weird like parts of the suit that like like weird like small bulges around. So you can probably get like like a knife in your boot sort of a thing.
Yeah, that
Be fine.
at least I have something
Mhm.
to sneak attack with.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Can I get a refresher? In the area where the entrance to the jail was, or the prison or whatever, there was upstairs from there was the servants' quarters, and then was there like a break room in between the two?
No, it's just kind of like a little foyer that
Okay.
separated the two staircases. That one went up and one went down.
I'm fine with going whenever other people want to, and given that the other people on this are Rambic, who's following Samus, and then Tord and Franklin, who are going early, I guess I'll go early as well.
Okay.
Cool.
So for those of you who are going early, you guys get there. I'll switch us over to this ballroom map. I'll imagine there's a few people who are trickling in with you guys. Not everybody is. We'll say there's not really like a quote unquote stage, but we'll pretend that at this end of the far south end of the room with the big windows, we'll say that there is a stage of some sort down there. Here. That rectangle that I put, that'll be the stage that is being set up. So you come in, maybe one of the people you talk to is like, oh, thank you so much for coming, if you come with me we'll get you set up on stage, all this stuff. Feel free to take some refreshment while you're here. There's like waiters and people walking around. It looks like some things are just getting set up, but everything's mostly in place. So, for the four of you that are here early, you also notice up on this balcony up here, there is presumably royalty. I guess you could, not Franklin, because you're not from this region. The other three of you, so Torrid, Ramvik, and Samus, you could give me a history check to see if you recognize who the people on the balcony are.
Alright. History. Not my finest skill.
Okay. So, Ramvik, you look, and it could just be one of those, like, maybe you've seen a sketch of them somewhere, or just in your brain it makes sense that that's probably the Duke and his family.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're also dressed like exquisitely like finer than probably even the stuff you guys paid for.
Is one of them like 10?
Is one of them dead? Is that what you said?
10.
Oh, 10. No, there's an aging gentleman with gray hair. There is a man probably in his 30s standing next to him with red hair. There's a woman down here sitting with another older gentleman. But they all have...
Just to refresh, it had been like 20 years since the 10-year-old kid found the necromancy book, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Great.
I definitely heard
Good
you say
context.
dead too.
Oh,
It's one of them dead.
just one of them.
He just
Dead?
necromancy one of his family members right there.
Possible. Gideon the Ninth, anyone? Anyway.
Yes. So you guys walk in. So Ramvik, you look up at them and you think, oh, that's the royal family for this city. Whether or not you acknowledge that is information that you have. So what do you guys do as you walk into here? and kind of, as you're kind of escorted up to the stage area.
I mean, theoretically, we're supposed to be like Franklin's crew or something, right? So,
Right.
An
you need
entourage.
help with setup for your band or whatever?
It's mostly a solo act. But why don't you go see if there's anything else you can help with, maybe? Like a wink, wink, nudge, nudge kind of thing.
Aha. We'll just head over this way towards the servants' quarters to see if we need help.
I think that's where I need you most.
Yeah, so you do see, as you are kind of looking around, you see most of these servants are coming in and out of the entrance over here. So good guess that would be the direction you need to go. So I'm gonna say you guys probably are here like you're here like an hour before the mass public's being let in.
Okay.
So yeah, that's gonna be amazing. So quite. Okay, so while you guys are off, Franklin, if you want to give me your disguise roll or whatever, if you want to do
would love
something to get set up for your performance,
that would be great.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wait, why does he need to do a disguise roll? Isn't he doing this for real?
Don't worry about it. Okay, so
now I'm worried about it. How bad is our bard?
the minimum I can roll is actually 20 on that.
Well, you see,
it.
I'm a fiddle player, but I'm here to play the
if I can.
bagpipe, so I have to trick myself into thinking I'm a bagpipe player, and then I'm good at bagpipes.
Right.
Sounds
Oh
right.
yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna say while he's gonna get ready while the rest of you are heading towards the servants' quarter. So you guys, walk through, and a lot of people, as they kind of, walk past you, they're gonna say, "Oh, excuse me," because they're in like servant garb or whatever. And they're gonna just kind of, for the most part, ignore you. At one point, someone will kind of ask, be like, "Oh, the gala is that way," because you're all dressed up. They're like, if you would like, I can lead you back to the ballroom."
Can you lead me to anywhere else? What are my options here?
Well,
Rebecca's confused.
I
mean,
mean,
like the head butler, or is it like just
a guy?
It's just a guy.
a peon? I gotcha.
I mean, I suppose if you want to not
You have
go-
some like gardens or something? We're about to be stuck in there for a long time.
Yes, sir. Right this way, sir. And he'll lead you guys to the gardens.
Alright.
Says,
Nice little breath of fresh air before we do some murder. Who said that?
Mostly just trying to like go through as many rooms as possible by asking stupid shit to get a rough idea of where stuff is.
Sure.
I'll let Ramvik do what he does best.
Okay.
Confuse everyone in the conversation.
Okay, so they lead you to the gardens. There's a few people out here milling about, but not a ton. So he says, I need to get back to work, sir. And he starts to like walk back down the hallway away from you guys.
I'm so tempted to be like, okay, where are we going, and keep following him. Oh, I'm so tempted. It doesn't achieve anything, but I want to.
quite. So, yeah. So you guys are in the gardens. If you're planning to change here, it is going to take however long it takes you to change into your armor. Which is dependent on the armor, but so I don't think anything's like a crazy long time, unless like plate is like an hour or something crazy like that. But
Heavy armor is 10 minutes.
okay,
I looked this up just now.
okay. So
Light
if you
armor
want-
is 1 minute.
Yeah. So if you want to spend the time, you can. But if not, it's still going to be a while before the other people show up. So if you want to just go try see if you can locate where you want to go and then come back, or how long? Basically, how long do you want to bide your time, or do you guys just want to just go try and find where the dungeons are immediately?
What do you guys think?
I'm kind of in favor of if we're going to start a commotion, we
Snoop.
should either do it right the fuck now when they're still distracted with stuff, or like after the royal family retires for the night.
Why not
Because during the event is when all of the security is going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And so if we're just gonna walk through the servants' quarters, throw open a door, and walk into jail, we should probably do it now or after people start to leave. And if we wait till people start to leave, they might kill people.
And they might keep security for a little bit after the event to make sure everyone's leaving, not
Uh-huh.
going where they don't need to be.
Alternatively, they might be focusing everyone on the gala, like the ballroom during the event, and you might be able to slip into other stuff during the event easier because all the guards are there.
Yeah, we'd be able to get into places easier, but you know, you have to get back out too.
Yeah.
Like,
how long it's gonna take.
It's not going to be quiet breaking Kahiko out.
Yeah, how far from the event space is where the jail is?
It's probably
And
like
how far from the gardens where we are now?
So I'm imagining. So let me do a quick in the white space over here. I will draw a very rough drawing of.
What?
So
Give me a second.
So I'm gonna say this is the palace. This is like the I will say as you get the front entrance, kind of, you know, you come in. This is where the ballroom is right kind of at the front, looking out. So so you kind of come in to the front, and then you go up like a big double staircase that goes up to the upper level where the ballroom is. The dungeons are probably in like this back corner. The gardens are probably on this side here, outside the building.
Where's the bathrooms?
There are probably latrines. There might actually be some like here and here on both sides of the ballroom.
And so this corner here is on the first or like ground, like B1 floor?
Yeah, so this would be on the first level. There's like this, we'll say this is the foyer. Servants' quarters are upstairs, and then dungeon is downstairs, but it's in kind of this back corner.
But the ballroom is going to be on the third floor or something.
Yeah, the ballroom's going to be like this, like, it's probably, yeah. Like, the ballroom's huge, so it probably starts on, like, the second floor, and, like, the ceiling probably goes up to where the third floor is, because it's, you know, all glass, and there's chandeliers and all that stuff in there.
If I, like, go around to this, like, around to this corner and, like, try and check how many people are on the back side of the building, like, is it super busy over there, kind of dead?
Sure. So the gardens, you know, there's kind of like this little wall that goes around the gardens. There's also the city wall sits like this. So basically, there's a little gap between the back of the palace and like the city wall. So if you want to like hop this wall,
Mm-hmm.
in the garden and go look around there. Amazing. Everybody just
Yes.
quite. So, are you going to hop the wall in your dress, or are you going to change and then try to hop the wall?
I think I would
Try to hop
probably
the wall. You
change.
can hop the wall with the dress. It'll just have disadvantage because it's a big poofy dress.
I guess how did Bertold get into this foyer where the entrance to the jail was?
So he basically popped into the gardens because he found a crack between the walls. So he snuck into the garden, hopped into the garden, just walked through the palace until he found the.
Okay, so just like
location.
inside.
Yeah.
How confident we feeling?
Where did Ramvik throw the stuff?
It's right here in
It's
this garden.
in a tree.
It's in the garden.
somewhere.
Okay. That's nice.
Bird, how do you feel? You want to just barge right in?
I say sooner the better.
Sooner the better? Fair enough. Samus has been convinced to make a bad decision. Or a good decision, I don't know. Only one way to find out.
Okay. That's also a great picture. Okay. So you guys, the three of you, grab the stuff, change. Do you shove the sack back up in the tree for the other people who haven't arrived yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If the double scimitars were stored, then I'll use that to hold it up instead of my sword, instead of the Kihiko greatsword.
Okay. Sure. So you guys do that. Are you gonna hop the garden wall and then try to sneak around the back, or do you just want to?
Well, was there a door to get in from this foyer?
You don't know.
Then no.
Okay.
Or
I
guess
mean,
we could just
I
break
can
the
just
window at
slip
this
over
point.
there. I can slip over there and see if there's a door.
All right, you go check.
Like, I have unlimited 3D mobility.
Sure. So you just fly over. Sure. Give me. We'll just see. You see that there aren't any like doors, but there are definitely like windows on that side of the building, like that corner. And like you can see like at the very bottom of the wall, like the building wall, you can see like there's a couple like bars like for like windows that would be in the jail cells, presumably. Maybe. But yeah. But they'd also just be kind of looking at the city wall, so. But yeah, so you don't see any doors, but there are definitely windows on that side, both on the first floor and second floor.
Openable windows or permanently sealed shut?
Well, you know that there are servants' quarters presumably servants' quarters are on the second floor. So those would be their rooms, so those would be openable windows. On the first floor, the windows may be more like decorative.
So our options are find a way through the interior, break a first floor window, or fly everyone up to a random servant's corridor, a random servant's like room, and just try windows until we find one that they forgot to lock, because who locks second floor windows?
Good servants.
They aren't all going to be good servants.
People are paranoid
Probably.
of birds.
People who have met Ramvik.
That's true. Better watch out when your fame gets ahead of you, buddy.
Enter random rooms. Have you seen my friends? I'm a little lost.
Just met with screaming.
Ramvik is definitely like Link. Like he would absolutely burst into someone's house, break their pots, and take the stored money inside.
100%.
Why do you do that? You can just put your hand in the top. It's faster. Alright. Yeah. Without knowing where the stairs are, I'm still inclined to say entry through the second floor is probably better. Because that's the shortest distance we'd have to sneak without instantly causing an alarm by smashing through a stained glass window.
Right.
Possibly depicting myself. What?
Curious how that got there.
Okay, so I'm sorry.
There will definitely be legends of Ranvik. I don't know if
What
they'll
was
be good legends, but they'll be legends.
Yeah.
what was the consensus? I'm sorry.
I'm the only one who's talked so far, but I voted
Going in the
floor.
second floor window makes sense to me.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll fly up, try the windows until we find an unlocked one, and then either fly people up one at a time or drop a rope, depending on their opinion on being princess carried.
Okay. So you will find one. Give me. I guess as you guys enter, just give me a stealth check. Ramvik. Okay.
All of us are just Ramvik.
So
Okay,
Ramvik was
that
for
makes sense.
actually flying you guys up. As you guys get into the room, give me each of you. So Torrid and Samus, give me a stealth check. Okay. So there's no one. You find a room, it's empty, the window open, you go through. You can hear, like, occasionally as you guys are in the room, you hear, like, maybe a set of footsteps go by, and then there's silence for a while. So, presumably you're going to sneak out the room, find the stairs, go down. It's pretty easy. The servants' quarter, it's basically just, like, 2 long hallways that are an L. The stairs. So the stairs are on the corner. So you can find the stairs. You guys get down to where the dungeons are. As you come down the stairs, and at the bottom of the stairs, there's just a door that is closed. It has a little slat across it.
It has a what?
Like a slat, like that you would slide across to, like, look through
Oh, jeez.
or look into.
We want to try and talk our way through, or have Ramvik knock?
I'm sorry, I spaced out a bit. What has the slat in it? Is this the door to the jail?
Yes, the door into the dungeon or whatever has just a wooden door with a slat that, to peering through, and it's closed.
At this point, how long are we before the event starts?
I would say probably like a few minutes. Like, you can hear, like, the commotion is starting to pick up. So I'm gonna say, depending on what you guys do here, I'll have you guys do that, and then I'm gonna cut to the others entering the party, the gala.
Cool.
You go ahead.
Is that Myra B?
Excuse me.
So
Incredible.
I don't think we can talk our way into the jail.
That's kind of what I'm thinking too.
I'm kind of debating between Samus trying to pick the lock and like having the guy open the slit, sending my hand through the slit and slamming his head into the interior of the door until he stops moving.
And then picking the lock.
I do believe Bertold would have probably also shared that it sounded like there were multiple guards.
You
When
could hear
he
at
was-
least you could hear at least two voices.
Yeah, at this point. So
Okay.
let
Oh,
that
wait.
inform your decision as it will.
I will wait until I hear them talking to each other and then try and pick the lock while they're
Sure.
in conversation. So it's harder for them to hear.
Yeah, so you get up to the door, get ready to pick the lock, and just kind of listen. And you hear, like, there's a couple people, they're just kind of shooting the shit. Just talking, about whatever. But, so you hear them talking, so go ahead and give me a lock, or, do you have a thieves
Damn.
tool?
I have thieves tools. I did not roll particularly well though.
Not quite.
Can
So,
we
like,
give the help action?
How would you like to help?
You can do it.
That's a good question. Like normally you'd help by distracting the guard or something, but no. All right, never mind.
Okay. Yeah, so you just can't quite get it, and like you jiggle it. Give me a stealth check while you have failed this first attempt.
Yeah.
To see if they
Stealth I can
Okay.
do.
You are fine. So you're like, okay, nope, that you snap your Skyrim your bobby pin. Dink! You're like, dang
There you
it. Okay, next one. So they don't hear you, so go ahead and give me another check here while they're still carrying on a conversation. Okay. So you're able to, as you do it, you kind of wait for like where they're not like where one of them's talking, and you click and you hear it. You hear the lock open. So you can now open the door if you wish. It is unlocked.
I'll gesture to Ramvik and Torrid, because I think they should probably be going first.
I'll try to slip in. How close are the guards to the door?
So,
like,
do you
we
wanna,
have a
like-
chance of slipping through, or do we have to like take them
It's
out
hard-
fast?
It's hard to tell from the door. It's a thick wooden door, so you just kind of hear mumble voice. If you want to like try to peek through the door and see, you can.
Yeah, can we just slowly open the door, try to be quietly, and see if we can see how close the guards are, or if they're even paying attention?
Sure.
I'd like
give me
to
an-
like ready a surprise round in case they're
Sure.
standing right next to the door.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
murder hobo.
Murder, murder,
Sure.
murder.
So give me a stealth check to like creep the door open and peek through.
Would that be Samus's stealth check?
Sure.
Or ours?
Whoever's opening the door.
I can check. I'm better at checking.
Okay. Yeah, so you like pull the door open and you can see through. It's like maybe like there's like they're maybe like 10 feet away from the door, just sitting in like a couple chairs, like across from each other on opposite sides of the hallway. But yeah, they're like 10 feet away from the door. So like you just crack it open a little bit and can see they're like pretty close.
All right. Out.
What was that?
Go time.
You cut
Go
out.
time.
Said go time.
Maybe if we're fast enough and catch them by surprise, we can knock them out before they have a chance to respond.
Yeah,
Go time.
yeah,
Okay.
okay, yeah. Go time.
So throw the door open. Give
Charge in
me.
weapons.
You each get a surprise attack round. So you bust in. You each get a chance to.
Before we do, are we willing to murder them, or are we going to try to knock them unconscious?
I'm willing to do non-lethal.
I feel like non-lethal is a good idea.
Yeah,
That's a nice change of pace.
I don't think I'd want to kill just a guard.
That's
I'd like to.
change of pace.
I mean,
I'd like to pull out a luchador mask and put it on before we do this,
Okay.
so that when they
Alright.
wake up, they do not remember specifically who did this.
We'll just do a soft initiative here as you guys run in and
Okay.
beat these guys up.
All right. Well, in that case, I'll probably go first.
Okay. Yeah, I assume
I'll-
Samus is going to open the door. You're going to rush in and just clobber
I'll-
one of them.
Rush in,
Right.
rage using the giantism because I want this to be done as quickly as possible. Since
Okay.
we hit level 6, I got elemental cleaver. I'm going to convert all of my weapon damage into cold damage because it is less traceable than slashing and less quieter than thunder. And try to hit him twice.
That'll hit. The 14 will miss. Well, yeah, 14 misses.
Okay.
So you basically, the first hit, you hit them enough and they stagger back like out of their chair, and your second swing just kind of like just misses as you whiff over their head. So roll damage.
All right. 20 ice damage. Cold
Okay,
damage.
yeah, that one is unconscious. These are just standard guards.
Okay.
So yeah, you basically, yeah, your first hit, you just knock them out of the chair and they just like sprawled out there on the ground, and the other one's like, what the fuck? So Samus and or Torrid can go next. However you guys want to layer.
Torrid, go ahead.
All right. I'll try to rush in and I'll try to butt the other one in the head with the hit the other one in the head with the butt of my trident.
Ugh. Go ahead and roll the hit.
I don't know if I get the plus.
You do get they're surprised, so you do get advantage.
Sweet.
So go ahead and roll damage. Okay. You also just knocked that one out too. So you guys basically just blitz these guys and they're sprawled out there on the ground.
hell yeah.
And before you is a hallway. There are a couple, like, as you walk down the hallway, there's a couple cells here, and then there's another staircase that goes down more.
Can we check what's in these couple of cells here?
Sure. There's the only people in these cells is there's one very like skinny looking like pale dude who looks like a little malnourished. And he just like stares at you guys and his eyes are like wide open in fear.
Where do they take the newcomers?
He shakily, his hand points towards the staircase.
I'll throw a mushroom ration at his face and then go downstairs.
Okay. He will wait until you guys leave, and then you hear him like hungrily like eat the mushroom.
You get
Fair enough.
poofed too.
He's starving.
I know.
So eventually, so
I
you
could
guys
throw a dead rat and he'd eat it.
So you guys go down, and you can tell that it doesn't look like this area is used that often. Because, like, in the stairwell and stuff, there's, like, cobwebs and, you know, dust. And eventually you get down to where there's another locked door. It's, like, double doors that are locked.
I guess
try
I'll
and
go back up the stairs in defeat and search the unconscious bodies of the guards for keys, wallets, and cool weapons.
So they actually don't have. You find keys. The keys do not go to those doors, though. They do open the cells in the hallway they were in, though. They have on their person, between them, 6 gold.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay.
While he does that, I will try and pick this lock.
All right, go ahead.
Thieves' tools.
Crit. Yeah, so you're like, so you go through and you're like, okay, do that, and then you just find like the sweet spot, and it just click, and the click or whatever, and the doors kind of like swing in a little bit or whatever, and as the doors swing in, you hear a, and then the doors open. Like, it sounds like some sort of like mechanism as the doors open, like of their own, accord or whatever. And you guys will, we will cut back to you guys here in a bit, but we might pick up there with you guys next time because we're getting close. And we will cut to Caiaphas and Berthold. As you guys walk into, you guys can walk in here through the top staircase. As you guys come in, there's a bunch of people here or whatever. 2 things you notice. Probably the most immediate thing, because of the room is kind of designed in a way so that like the visuals kind of point up towards the stage. Also the rounded front of the room and all that stuff. So, Ryan, why don't you go ahead and describe your outfit and whatnot, and what would be your like opening like thing, like as people are coming?
Yeah, of course. Amazing. Okay, so for those of you who are in the ballroom, I don't know how many of the, I think that's only 2 of you, right?
Right.
Out on stage, and the gnome.
Oh, yes, and Enoch.
On the stage comes out a woman in all red, tight red dress, showing off a figure that's reminiscent of like Jessica Rabbit, right? She stands at a full 5 feet.
Oh, I thought you were doing Carmen for a second.
Carmen? Who's Carmen?
Carmen Sandiego?
Carmen Sandiego? No, not quite.
No, I meant the actual opera, but okay.
Oh.
Continue.
No, I got you. With
a little
just
bit
like
embarrassed now, but all right.
this giant red hair wig, holding a lyre and singing a rather bombastic and probably really bawdy song for everyone coming into the ballroom.
I would like to do whatever is the appropriate check to try and see through a disguise.
Insight.
Incredible.
That is not a 14. Sorry, that is a. Can I count this as someone lying?
Yeah.
No.
I would argue. No.
No, this is not a lie. This is a disguise.
It is a disguise.
Fine. I don't get my pseudo-reliable talent early stuff. It's merely a 14.
Yep, and I think you got a 20. So yeah,
it's 20.
You this is a very buxom halfling woman who is singing.
Okay.
Almost just like a short human, really.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess. Sure. Whatever. If you got lifts on.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's why it's like the dress is similar to Jessica Rabbit's, except it doesn't
so
have
it goes
like,
all the way
slit
to
at
the
thigh. Yeah, it's
Okay.
all the way to the ground. Yeah.
That's so great.
All right.
Amazing. Kaevis, do you want to give an insight check as well?
Why are you asking, Sam?
It's up to you. If you're gonna just take it at face value, then that's you.
I'll
Kaevis prefers to live in a world with whimsy.
I'm wondering if Enoch would care enough. Yeah, you still don't. You also same thing.
I doubt he's there for the entertainment.
He doesn't care enough to.
He doesn't
He's
care
not even
enough to
paying
do the
attention.
check. He's not.
Yeah.
So
To be
as
fair,
you
if you
guys-
got a 20, I wouldn't see through it, even with my guaranteed 8 minimum for the roll. So, yeah.
Yes. So as you go through, as you guys come in or whatever, probably, someone greets you, says, Mr. Wayne, I believe.
Yes, thank you.
They bring you guys like, I don't know, champagne or something. And they're like, sir, if you would mind, coming with me, Miss Courtney would like to meet your acquaintance.
Yes, thank you. And I'll just give like Bertold a little nod, and I'll be like, this will only take a moment.
All right.
Wink.
Wink. Yes, sir. So, basically, whoever this is, they'll lead you here past these two gentlemen towards Courtney, who is over here at this balcony.
Oh,
I
that's-
will stand here and wait.
Mhm. Okay.
I'm not gonna pass by the
Mhm.
these people,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna be within eye shot.
Okay.
Did you see that Courtney is also sitting with someone else?
An older gentleman.
Okay.
You could like just from like the age difference, it's probably her father.
I see.
Like, I mean, given with the time period, not necessarily the case, but it's her father.
Yeah, okay.
As you
So-
are led past these two, the older gentleman, they're both sitting down or whatever. As you're going by, says, Mr. Wayne.
Yes, of course. To whom do I owe the pleasure?
You actually go ahead and give me a history check with advantage, because I think you would, like, because of your social circle. Bertold, you could also give me history with advantage.
I might surprise you.
Bertold, you know immediately that is the Duke. That's the Duke's son.
Yep. I'm like,
You're just like, yep, that is them.
What do
the
I
outfits
think?
make sense. This is the Duke. That's his son.
Say you obviously are like, okay, these are very important people. You can like guess that this, like, Kaevis, you probably guess that this is probably the Duke because of his attire and, just the vibe of everything. There's probably also things.
So can I have made this check before I asked him who he was?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So
Yes,
it was like kind of disrespectful.
That's why I wanted to retrospectively have.
Okay. Oh yes. Oh, it is an honor to meet with you, sir. Your Majesty.
Yes. I glad we didn't know that you were in town. Otherwise, we would have sent a correspondence sooner. I'm sure. Your father and I've worked closely together on a few projects in the past, helping with some of the merchant vessels that we have here in the city, and I'm glad that you were able to attend.
Yes, of course. Our relationship goes a ways back, I would say, and I'm honored to be able to attend. Thank you for the invitation. I appreciate it. I'll nod to Courtney when I say thank you for the invitation.
Yes. He says, "Ah, yes. Have, frick. Have you? I don't think you've met my son Jack."
No. I was. I would love to meet more of your family, but I believe I had heard. Is he sick?
He's right
or...
next to him. He's right next to him.
Oh, so there's an older man and another person.
Yes. Right
Yeah.
here.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's there's these two, and then there's these two, and the older man on the bottom two is not pictured.
Yes. So I didn't have another.
So there's two older men.
Oh, basically, you were stopped here, and this guy
Yeah.
started talking to you, and Courtney is down here with her father. So, the Duke, because
Oh.
she is the Duke's niece, so her father
Yeah.
would be his brother.
Yeah. Okay. So that makes.
But he motions to like the guy here, who he's like, I don't think you've met Jack. You should be, hey, you might be roughly the same age.
No, I haven't had the pleasure of meeting you, Jack. How are you? No. I'll reach out my hand for a hand.
Yeah. Yes, he shakes your hand and says, it's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance, Mr. Wayne.
Yes.
I
I imagine the life of a noble such as yourself is a busy one. I'm glad to see that to see your whole family attending one of these galas. I think it's good to be able to get in contact with the public and show people who you are.
Yes, these types of events often do raise the spirits.
Indeed. Am I clocking anything on this guy? Like, how does Jack strike?
You could give me an
Smooth
insight check.
Oh, okay.
You can give me an insight check.
Can I see one? Can I do one too at this range with
have
disadvantage if I
Yeah,
have
you
to?
get disadvantage because you're like, wow.
Well,
Wow.
about that.
So, Cavis, he just seemed to you at face value just seems like your standard noble, maybe like kind of a little bit of like a maybe a little arrogant sort of a thing, but nothing like crazy.
His hand wasn't like cold, or he doesn't smell like a dank coffin or anything.
No.
Okay.
Bertold, like at some point,
I
in
would
that-
say, real quick, Sam. I would say that he looks like a really slick, like almost like you would imagine a businessman. You would look at this kid and say, "This guy's a businessman." Like this guy goes and he makes deals with people.
Oh, okay. He strikes me as like a snake.
Mhm.
Okay.
Maybe not snake oil to you, but
So yeah, so for like a split second during this conversation, Bertold, while you're like trying to get a read on this guy, for like half a second, like during this conversation, he kind of like looks to the side and makes eye contact with you, and you just get like this creep, like this, just like a shudder almost kind of runs down your spine as he makes eye contact with you for just like a second or two, and then he turns his attention back to Cavis. Like something really puts you off on this guy.
yeah, I pretend I didn't perceive anything, but I know.
You're like,
This guy's sus.
Well, Jack, I'm glad
At
to
least
see
a little.
that you're here in good spirits. I had heard that you would maybe come down with something and hadn't been around very often. Is this true? I kind of asked both of them.
Oh, he says, well, you know,
Do you want
tried
me to voice them, Sam?
Yeah, go ahead. If you have something in mind, go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I've been out to the surrounding, our surrounding vassals, you know, giving them support.
This is
It
Jack, I
is my
assume.
duty. Yes. It is my duty for my father to. Yes, thank you, Sam. To make the rounds and collect taxes, make sure our levies are up to snuff, make sure our people are getting what they need, and destroying wildlife with our levies. That has been my occupation of late.
Yes,
I
of
love
course.
my
Well,
father.
destroying wildlife can be regrettable sometimes, but such is the circle of life of business, right?
Indeed.
So I've heard there's been some sort of strange activity in Silver Lake as of recent. Has this been affecting you at all? Unfortunately, it's been kind of shutting down my trade and mercantile business. I hope this hasn't been too much of an issue for you guys.
As we will announce shortly, we believe that Black Veil is trying to make a move on our territory. Been preparing. Yes, it is regrettable that your business has suffered, as it is regrettable that any business in this fine land of ours has suffered. But we will not let these horrible men from Black Veil get what they want. We must stop these terrible rumors from spreading, and any support you can give us in these trying times would be most welcome.
Of course. Yes, again, I've had a very solid relationship with your family. Even my father had, so of course. You said that you were planning on making an announcement of it. When can we expect this?
During the night, let a few dances go by before we start our
Of course.
deliberations.
Never put business before pleasure.
Indeed. At this point, he kind of like glances at his sister.
Or his cousin.
Cousin?
Yeah, his cousin.
Who is
Not
also
that you
my
would say.
sister.
Oh no.
What the fuck?
Oh boy.
Okay, well, I gotta
Cousin,
leave.
sister, other cousin. We must away to.
Yes.
Don't worry about it.
Yes. Right. Okay.
Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I am looking forward to hearing what plans you have for this this activity that's kind of kicking my business over and over in the side because I want to keep up relationships with Silver Lake.
Rest assured, we will deal with the threat of Black Veil in the coming weeks. Your business shall be back up to normal soon.
Oh,
You
Black
have my word on
Veil,
that.
Black Veil as a whole, or just what's happening here in Silver Lake?
What do you mean? What happening here in Silver Lake has everything to do with what Black Veil is.
Of course, sorry. It was just never.
You will see soon enough.
I'm
Announcement will take
keeping a
place
very
later.
close eye on eye and ear on all of this.
Sure.
So
Just kind of nonchalantly chill in your corner.
If you'll excuse me, I have other guests I must meet during this night. And he
Yes,
goes
I
off-
have someone else who
At
was
this
expecting
point,
me.
he would go off to start talking to the other nobles, and it seems like he knows them all by name pretty well.
which direction does he go? Does he go past Bertold?
He might.
Stab him.
He
Yes,
probably
no.
is. He's probably
Just-
gonna go past you and then down the stairs to the ballroom floor.
To mingle,
Start-
yeah, that would make sense.
start mingling.
Okay. I think I will actually walk up to Chaos after that.
Mhm. Okay. Okay, Evis,
Because
are you
I-
going continued past to go?
I was going to go towards Courtney, but if I see
Oh,
Berthold
oh,
approaching, I'll probably
Okay,
slow
so
down a bit.
As Jack is like leaving, are you gonna like kind of sidle up past him up to
I
Chaos?
will let him pass me before I approach. But yes.
Okay. So I'm sure the Duke is finishing his conversation with you, and he's like, "Please don't let me keep you." And then Bertold comes.
Oh, okay.
I
yeah,
will,
wanted to make sure I'd be
briefly
like, by your leave?
I'll briefly introduce myself. My apologies, sir. I did not think to introduce myself earlier. I'm Bertolt Umber. It is
Oh,
a
yes.
Are you
pleasure to
talking
make
to
your acquaintance.
Jack?
The
or
Duke.
are you
No, he's talking to
oh,
the
The
Duke.
Duke.
He let him
Okay,
pass.
The Duke.
Yes, this
totally
is
a
my
Sam.
this is my compatriot Bertold Umber, good friend of mine.
Ah,
Very looking forward to being a part of the gala tonight.
I am
he
Of-
he like takes a minute and like racks his brain for like Umber, like he's like
yes.
should I know this
family
name?
is this?
I hail from Borealis. Sir.
Ah, of course, yes, Umber. How could I forget?
He has no idea.
Just takes your word for it, yeah.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am accompanying my friend here, Kaovis, to make sure that we all have a fantastic time here tonight.
Ah, well, good to see that. Yes, I'm glad. You're here. What sort of business is your family in?
I am afraid that my family is a minor nobility in Borealis, but I've made friends with Kaovis here, and he has been showing me much of the larger world. It has been very fruitful for both, I feel.
Indeed. We are. I think we both came from a similar mind of wanting to get out and see the world for ourselves.
Quite.
Sort of just ran into each other and found we had a similar interest.
Indeed.
All right.
Can I like discreetly be like ask like Bertold, does he like, do you need me here? Because otherwise I'm gonna fucking head off to Courtney.
I figure I can just distract. I figure I'll just like distract this guy and also use this to be a bit closer.
Sure. So you just kind of butt into the in between the two of them and start conversing with
Yeah,
the Duke.
a very like light conversation of talking about, you know, some of the things of the court I was used to and such.
Sure. Okay, sure. So, sure, you just carry on or whatever.
I'm a distraction and also closer for insight checks.
Okay. Sure. So, Kavis, you get the chance to break away and be like, oh, you know, whatever. So you can go over. As you approach or whatever, Courtney turns, and she like is having a conversation with her father or whatever, and she
Shit.
turns or you know, well, she
Fuck.
as you come up or whatever, like she turns, you know, like their conversation kind of like tapers down, and she turns to you and she says, "Ah, Mr. Wade, it is a pleasure to meet you." Or whatever.
Courtney,
she,
I
like,
believe?
She like puts her hand out.
Yeah, and then kiss her hand, of course.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. She's like, yes.
I hope I'm
I
not
thought-
interrupting anything.
Oh no, we were just talking about the family business.
Of course.
But I'm sure my father has someone who he needs someone else he needs to talk to, and she kind of like looks at him or whatever, and he looks at her or whatever, and then looks at you, and then
I'll just awkwardly be like, Caiaphas, wait, just with the handshake,
yeah, he'll give you a very firm handshake, and be like, I will bid you to adieu or whatever, and he just kind of walks past you and then goes down the stairs to go mingle as well. So the two of you are up here on the balcony.
So you're a businesswoman as well?
Yes, I've been trying to get into since my father has no sons, he was, worried about that sort of thing, so I decided I should step up and help with that. We have let me actually go back to the other map. I need to look at it. Oh yeah, says they're like in the logging business.
Logging.
Yeah.
I see.
So,
Well, you wear it very well. You were still graceful as a noble.
Oh, well, thank you. She blushes. Would you care for a dance?
Of course, the pleasure's all mine.
Excellent. She'll put her arm
Dex
out.
save?
Oh, boy.
No, that'd be no.
No, acrobatics check.
I'm dreading when you have me dip her and have me do a strength save.
You just drop her. So you guys, I'll say you guys go down to the floor or whatever.
I'm
as you-
expecting like a get smart dance from Canvas.
Yes.
Go down to the floor right here in front of everybody.
Oh my!
Will I have a chance to ask her about, as coyly as I can, ask her about her family's activity and if Jack has been around and what he's been like?
Sure, yeah, you can carry on some conversation. So go ahead and give me, if you want to give me persuasion, as you're just kind of, talking about, just general.
Franklin, how do you have a +10? Do that.
It's called being a bard.
Okay,
It's
that's fair.
expertise.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Honestly, I didn't do too bad.
Really good. Yeah. So basically, while you are doing your dancing and stuff like that, she's gonna basically talk your ear off about her family and stuff like that. And I'll type up a little thing to give you.
Just send me a DM, a wall of text. You wouldn't believe it. I mean, she's saying all this stuff to me, and all this time I'm thinking, is she gonna let me get a word in edgewise?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds really rough.
Yeah. This whole thing. So I'm gonna do that as and I'll send you a little thing. Franklin, can you also give me a performance check
I would love to.
during this whole thing, and then we'll wrap up here.
Oh, that's rough.
Boy, that's a man under that dress.
No.
I mean, it's middle of the road.
Yeah, it's fine. It's passable. Most of the people are here to get drunk and dance.
Great.
And
Excellent.
potentially convince.
Are we sure this isn't a hootenanny?
It's a
It's a
hootenanny with fancy
hootenanny.
clothes.
With fancy clothes, exactly.
That's some debauchery and chicanery.
Indeed.
Yeah. So as we do that, we will basically move to just kind of a wrap up here. So as you guys are doing your thing here, we will eventually we will cut back to the other three as they enter into the dungeon. Yeah, so you guys are now exploring this dungeon. So we'll just do this initiative order as people interact with things and see what happens. So Samus, go ahead and start us off with what you want to do. There's a door
To
here.
me, yeah, I see a door over here on the left that only Torrid can see, and the door over here on the right that Ramvik can see. So I'm going to start off by going the way that Ramvik can still see things. So I'm going to move over here, and then I believe it's an action to use my thieves' tools to pick this lock.
Yep. Correct.
I have clicked the button. Ah, that's why. 22.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. So this door is now unlocked, so you should be able to click on things and open the door.
And then
All right. So
slide it open.
Door.
Yeah,
so there's this hallway here that the light.
I've got
So
2 more moves.
basically,
Oh, sorry. Go
the
ahead.
light in this room that you guys are in. There's a torch on the wall, that is providing the light. And as you see, so that is there are some torches scattered throughout here. That is what is providing the light sources for Gabe, basically. So yes,
Okay.
if you want to use, if you have,
I will slip 1 square forward.
Okay.
Okay, that's weird. So it won't let me move right from here, but I can move right from here.
Yeah. So the doors, the way it's set up is, you can move through the doors, but because the grid is a little offset, you have to like try to find the space it'll actually let you move through.
Got it.
I couldn't get it precise, but yeah. So you see, there's a hallway here, and there's a wall. It's like this L-shaped wall thing that is here.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can see here, these are cells. Cell doors that I think are basically put in here as windows so that you can quote-unquote see through them.
Mm-hmm.
But from this angle, yeah, you can't quite see anything in the cells. So I will then go next here. Give a if you guys, what's everyone's passive perception?
Mine is 17.
12.
9.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so you hear we'll actually see. I'm gonna make a quick roll to myself. Okay, you from kind of somewhere off in this direction of to like the west, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
You hear what kind of sounds like a faint but like rhythmic, like thumping sound, like
So over, like this.
yeah,
left.
like that in that side of the dungeon, like that.
Okay.
Somewhere over there. But so that's where we'll do that. And so Torrid, go ahead and take your turn.
Alright. Probably just... move into the hallway?
Yep.
Honestly, that's probably all I want to do. I don't want to take it slow. I don't want to rush ahead or anything.
Okay. Okay, sure. So you just move up. That's where you're gonna end. Then we'll go to Ramvik.
Yeah, I'll just keep up. 2, 3.
What is this
What?
marker over here?
A
Sam?
window.
A window?
Yes. It is.
Okay.
It's a locked window, but that just means it's a locked jail cell.
Ah, okay. Got it.
So, Tommy, from your angle, I think you can just see like just poking out on the ground there. You see, there's just a skeleton laying on the ground.
Oh, nice.
I think you can just see it, the edge of it here. But okay. So Ramvik, if you're just moving, then I will have. That's just gonna wander. Okay. Things have moved. It's back to Samus.
I'll confer with the class. Do we want to check what's in these cells more closely? Because I think there might be another one over here. Or do we just want to move forward?
I mean, we're looking for a prisoner.
Mhm.
Prisoners are in cells.
Good point. So 1, 2, skeleton, 3, 4, 5.
Another.
Blink. 6.
Nice.
All right, I'm back. Just
Okay.
skeletons, which not a great sign, but here we are.
All right. The thumping continues. Torrid's turn.
Five, 10, 15, 20. Oh no, I have fast movement. Oh, just under the
So
wall.
as you round this corner, this enemy
Oh, this was a
here.
mistake.
As you round this corner, I'm going to move this to the token layer. This guy is going to has readied an attack for when somebody rounds this corner.
Oh no, the person with the most HP. We can't afford them to get hit.
Oh no.
This it has like perched down on like as you round the corner. This thing like lunges towards you and tries to make a attack against you. It is gonna attempt to life drain you. It got. You were surprised, so it got advantage. So, it actually, yeah. So this thing basically like grabs you, and you need to make a DC 13 con save.
Got you.
You succeed. Okay, so your life is not drained, but you do take some necrotic damage. You take 4 necrotic damage as this thing tries to suck out your life force.
Nice.
And that was readied action. So you have moved and got attacked, so you have your full action and bonus action still.
Is that the token next to me?
Yep, this guy. As you
Alright.
see here, there's this giant pit of spikes that has an arm in it.
A very big arm if it's to scale.
Yeah,
Torrid doesn't.
not.
Torrid doesn't like being
Yep.
surprised. We'll take my bonus action in rage, and then I will hit him with my trident.
That'll hit.
This. All that. Oh, plus 2. I
So
forgot I
that-
had in rage.
Okay, sure. So that is a total of 16,
Yeah.
because you Your weapon is magic. Okay. That math is okay. This thing kind of like howls a kind of like unsettling howl as you stab it with your trident, and the radiant light like starts to singe it. That is so that is your turn. Do you have extra attack?
Yes.
Yet I do have extra attack. I'll attack him again. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah. Hit him again.
Okay.
Let's see. 14 does just meet its AC.
Awesome.
So that's another 16. Okay. So it's taken 32. It is not looking great. Yeah, so you stab this thing twice, and there's 2 big puncture wounds in its torso where your that has gone. So that is your turn, presumably.
Yes, sir.
Rambic. So you see Torrid go around the corner, and then you hear like, and then the sounds of stabbing.
10, 15. Can I go this way? I cannot. 20, 25. I can't see shit.
Can't see. So Torrid's like in this. It's the light around. Yeah, the light from this hallway. It's
So
the
the
corner.
torch is
kind of
like
cuts
here?
off. Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. It's lighting up this area, so it the wall cuts off.
25,
Angle.
30. I'll take the torch.
Sure. Yeah, you just pull it out of the sconce on the wall.
Then give me a second. Token editor.
Oh,
20
yeah, I
feet
can,
of bright light. 20 feet
yeah.
of low light. No, 40 feet of low light, right? How does this work?
It's 20 feet bright, 20 feet dim. So here, if I go to your
There we go.
dynamic
30.
lighting on, yeah.
35. Okay. And then I'll drop the torch and
Yeah.
hit it with my sword.
Yep.
Because I can carry one in each hand, but I can't swing one-handed.
Sure. All right, both of those 20s connect. So that-
Ignore the extra.
Oh,
I'm
are
not
you-
raging.
okay. Do you
26.
have the extra damage, or is that when you're raging?
No, that's when raging. It's 26 non-magical slashing damage.
Okay, so let's see. That's Exaxes.
Huh.
So you come up and you basically just chop this thing to a couple pieces, and it crumples onto the ground. And that is that. So you is that
Yep.
your turn? Use all your
Yep.
movement.
Yeah. I want to pick the torch up, but I'm out of object interactions, so.
Okay.
Next turn.
Also, you guys can. I think you guys can see there's a lever over here on this wall across the pit. You hear from the noise of. You hear coming from the other side of this wall, since you guys are right there. You hear loud, heavy footsteps. Like come up to this wall, basically. Here. Okay. Samus.
Samus will blink to here, and then walk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
I see. That is a big arm.
Yeah, sorry. It wouldn't let me shrink it down, but it's just a normal sized arm. It looks like a
Okay.
humanoid.
I
a
believe you.
humanoid arm.
What can I see what it was that Ramvik and Torrid just murdered?
Yeah, there's a corpse on the ground. Here, I will copy and throw it here. This is the thing they killed. It looks kind of like a zombie, but like...
Did you
more,
put something
agile.
somewhere when you said this is the thing they killed?
Oh, sorry, it's still on the... it's still on the GM. Yes, this. It looks like, kind of like a zombie, but a little more maybe like agile than your average
EMB.
zombie. It also is holding, it has a long sword on its person, and long, sharp, like the nails on its fingers are almost like talon-like.
Okay.
It's a yoga zombie.
Yoga zombie.
But yes.
Let's just wait and try and go around the wall instead of aggressively jumping the pit for now. So I'll just end my turn here.
Okay. Things. Torrid.
I'm gonna. Could I probably jump over this?
Yeah, that's you should. I think you have enough strength that it shouldn't be too much of an issue.
And then I'll probably turn to my companion and say, "Do you want to see what this lever does?" I'm
Go
curious.
for it.
All right, I'll pull the lever.
Okay. Gabe, because of the spot you were specifically in, I need you to make a dex save as this piece of wall starts to rotate.
Oh shit.
So that you don't... Okay, so you are gonna get pushed this way as it rotates. It does not damage you, but you get... It just kind of like...
Yeah, stay on the
do
rotating section as it rotates.
Yes, yes. Let me do this, and it rotates this way once. So yeah, so you should be able to see.
I cannot.
This should be open here.
Okay, there we go.
Then let me. I have to move things around because this shifted.
Mhm.
This should be on this side now. And there we go. So then this should be
There. And now I'm not able to see the rest of the party.
Yep. So this piece of wall like turns, and then you hear four basically what sound like cell doors unlocking and like slide open.
Okay.
Can we? Who hears that? Do we have an idea of what direction it's coming from?
Gabe, you can tell that since you're on this side, it's from here and from back where you guys came. Like, there's noise.
Okay.
Two clicks from this way, and then 2 clicks from back down where you guys came from.
All right.
Whoops. I'm assuming pulling the lever was my action.
I'd say that'd be it could be item interaction.
Okay.
So that's
Take an action
free-
if you want
free
to, like,
Yep.
dash to get back to Samus or something.
Yeah.
Probably
But
just to be safe.
But for you guys now, there's now a wall right here because the thing shifted.
I gonna probably want to pull it again next time because I don't know.
Okay.
All right. Sorry.
Ramvik's turn.
What was that sound? Is that-
So as you come around this corner here, you see that now that these cell doors are open, that these skeletons have started to rise to their feet.
Oh, sorry. Before I take a step, I start flying and I pick up the torch with one of my talons.
Okay, sure. Cool. You don't get much headroom, but you can be up off the ground.
Oh boy! Looks like I'm the distraction team! I stop being quiet, I start raging. I choose thunder as
Okay.
my rage damage.
Rawr.
And I hit it.
Yeah. Let's say because you are large, it might be hard for you to stay that. I mean, you're gonna basically be like, your head's gonna be like touching the ceiling if you're like flying. But yeah.
Okay.
So you go.
I
through,
mean,
yeah. So
I
you
can.
smash the skelly.
Does it consume any action economy to like land and put down the torch when I go to attack?
No, that could just be your item interaction.
Okay. So it's okay.
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It's just you are big. Okay. Where's my skeleton sheet?
I'm gonna assume that misses.
Those miss.
Interesting.
Yeah, the 8, the 8 and the 10 miss. So because you're big, you're trying to like swing through. You just kind of catch part of like the cell wall or like the iron bars as you just kind of wildly swing at this thing, and you just cling. Anything else?
The feature that has me grow specifically says if there's not enough room to increase my size doesn't change. Is this like a 5-foot ceiling, or am I good?
Like, the ceiling's probably like I said, like when you become large size, you're probably like your head's probably like touching the ceiling. Like,
So it's
ceiling's probably,
uncomfortable,
like,
but it's not physically stopping me.
You feel a little cramped, but you're not. Yeah, it doesn't prevent you from getting big.
I will cut off its escape.
Okay.
An inch turn.
Okay. You hear a thudding against this wall here.
Which wall?
The piece that turned against this wall here is, you hear a.
I'm not seeing any pings when you say here.
This. Can you see this?
No.
Oh, it's because I'm on the GM layer. Lol. Over here.
Okay. All right.
Against this back wall of the thing that turned.
I do have tiny line of sight here, and line of sight through this wall. I don't know if that's intentional.
It is not intended. I think it's just how the corners lined up. But, yes.
Okay.
This. There we go.
Yep, that looks more intended.
Okay, there we go. It makes some adjustments. Okay. Yes. So those go. That works. This is gonna wait. These skelly mans are going to move. Let's see. 5. Okay, so this can just get around the corner to get to you.
Okay.
The skeleton's gonna move around the corner and attempt to stab you with a short sword. Hiya! 18.
Hits. That'll
Okay.
hit.
8 piercing damage.
I take 4 damage.
Yep. This skeleton is gonna move up and flank you and then stab you.
That'll
20
hit.
to hit. 4 piercing damage.
I'll take 2.
Okay. This skeleton is gonna run here. This skeleton is gonna run to be here. So yeah, they all kind of start to swarm you, but that is their turns. Samus.
Samus is going to run and jump down to here. I see. And then dino interaction to pull the lever. Kronk.
Yep. So you hear the thing spins again. Once more. If I can do this. It turns another 90 degrees. And Gabe, you can now let me move this here. So you cut off one of the skeletons, and the Gabe, you see that there's a big ol' ogre zombie looking thing right here in this hallway.
You're not helping! I pull the lever again.
Okay.
With my action,
sure.
I guess.
Yeah, sure. So then go back here. Do this, select this. No, I don't want to select the skeleton as well. Just this part. Just this. There we go. Let me move this guy. Please. So this skeleton's gonna have to make a dex save or get pushed. It succeeds. So it just kind of like, it like just sways over a bit, and oops. It is now under you. I didn't mean for it to be under you. Move you. Move this. Move you back. So yeah, it basically just kind of like gets pushed by the wall, like kind of, and almost like bumps into you. So then we can move this here. Okay, so now from I think your angle, you can probably see part of this big boy in the hallway. So that has turned like so. Did you want to use any more of your movement?
I'll do 1, 2, 3, and then make a stealth check as my
Okay.
bonus action.
Yep. All right, you are obscured in darkness.
You can't see me.
Here. That, and then it's Torrid's turn.
Guess I'll rush ahead.
Oh, sorry. This guy isn't even. Keep forgetting to move these guys to the token layer. I'm sorry. There's a big boy right here in this hallway.
Okay. I see him. In that case, I will swat at him.
13 hits.
Nice.
Damage. You're still raging, so that is 16.
Mhm.
Okay.
And now your second attack. Hey.
Yep. So 10 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you stab into this thing, and it is just kind of like it kind of grunts at you, and it is Ramvik's turn.
I will recklessly attack the one below me in an attempt to no longer be flanked and stop giving advantage.
I see. 18 hits.
8 damage. That's a terrible fucking roll.
8 damage. It is still alive.
Hit it again.
16.
16.
16. And this is slashing damage.
This is all thunder.
Oh, it's just all thunder damage. Yeah, so this skeleton just gets on the second hit. It just kind of explodes as you smash it.
Back. No, I won't. Okay, the torch. All right. Yeah, that's my turn. I don't really have a bonus action economy.
Okay. This big boy zombie is gonna attempt to slam Torrid. 17 to hit.
Yep.
You take 15 bludgeoning as it just takes a big
Ooh.
meaty fist and just smash. It just kind of slaps you into the wall.
Nice.
And then it lets out a roar, and that is its turn. Then the Skelly's turns. Skelly Man's. Here, I can move their respective tokens to... so that you see them in the tracker now. I believe you should be able to. Okay, so this one skeleton's just gonna kind of scrabble against this wall, and then the other two are going to try to stab Ramvik. Stabby, 15.
22 hits.
Oh yeah, because you recklessly attacked. 4 piercing. The next one. 23.
Hit.
7 piercing. Death by 1,000 pokes. Then it is Samus's turn.
If I would simply roll average, these would be dead by now.
Take a couple steps this way. See the giant ogre. Shoot the giant ogre. With sneak attack with advantage because we're coming out of stealth. 19.
That hits.
So that's 16 damage. And
Bonk.
then second shot, 14.
14 hits.
Ignore the sneak attack, that's just 7 damage. And then slink back into the darkness. Actually, I'm gonna slink up this way. Okay, that's the dead end. Got it. Okay. Oh, there's actually 4 extra cold damage from
Okay.
Shadowbind.
Oh my goodness, what do you mean you get to use your subclass?
I know, it's weird.
Okay. It has taken some damage. It has taken damage. And it is still here. It is bloodied though.
Got it.
There are noises echoing from the other side of the dungeon. You also hear kind of a kind of manic squawking sound from the northern end of the dungeon.
Manic walking. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Can't wait to see that.
Torrid's turn.
Alright. Whack the dude again.
12 does hit. These things have
Awesome.
terrible. This big boy has really bad AC.
Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Sorry, I clicked for my Warhammer.
Hmm.
So that's 9 damage.
I guess to be fair, I could pretend like that 6 was a 4. Yeah.
Roll again.
6 plus 1 is 9?
Plus 2 from rage.
Oh.
Ooh.
Roll damage. Oh, also I mean, it's one of the things that if Torrid wanted to, he could click his trident and make it produce light.
He could.
For you, Ramvik.
We have dark vision
I could
right
do
now.
that.
Yeah, you do. But I mean, he doesn't, which is really funny because he probably wouldn't think about it. So that's another 14 damage. Okay.
Alright,
This
that's my
thing
turn.
is very close to death. Ramvik?
I'm going to send one attack towards each of these.
Okay. Yep, a crit? Oh, that's not a... Well, are you
Well, yeah.
recklessly attacking?
I intended to, but I didn't state it. Are you going to allow it?
Both? Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. So
a lot
that's-
and 11.
Okay, so you shatter one of them, and the other one is barely hanging on.
Okay. Can I shatter this one?
Sure.
Then I'm gonna
This one.
use
Just alive.
my mobile feature to
Mhm.
identify that this guy cannot do op attacks, and I'm going to fly towards the squawking.
Okay. So, up this way.
40.
Yep. So there's a... Right here, at the edge of this is a locked door. I think you
Okay.
can see it.
I'll spend my remaining 10 feet of movement and my item interaction repeatedly trying to open the door.
So, I guess by door, it's kind of like a... It's more like a slab of wall, but you can clearly tell that there's like a track at the base of the wall. So it's like it's like a wall that something can make
There's
it move.
An
left or
interactable
right.
somewhere that is supposed to slide this open.
Yes.
Okay. Where is it? On level 10. Okay. That's my turn then.
Okay. Some big boy is gonna slap Torrid. Try to. Crit. You take 21 bludgeoning damage.
Holy shit.
As this thing, it just kind of like Hulk smash slams you into the ground. And that's its turn. And then
I'm raging.
the last skeleton, it's gonna... I don't know if it can even reach you. Yeah, it can. Last skeleton can just barely walk up and try to poke at you again. 17.
Hit.
20 if you... 8 piercing. Hey, I found some purchase. That's him. The other skeleton continues to scrabble at this wall. Samus.
Samus is going to want to pop around this corner and then take a pot shot again. No advantage because we're not in stealth. 19.
Oh, I see.
I assume that hits, so that's 15 damage. and then take another shot.
Yeah.
24. That's another
Yes,
7, so the total is 22.
You drop the big boy. Shoot a couple arrows into its skull, and it just falls backwards
Alright.
on its back.
Then I will head up 1, 2, 3. That's the end of my movement.
Okay. You see here, there against this wall, there is a lever.
Excellent.
Okay, I think that fixed the holes in the wall for you, Gabe.
It did.
Great. Okay. That Torrid's turn.
Probably just 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, and just to be cautious, I'll just, I guess, ready in action. That's all.
Oh, you're not gonna dash and pull the lever?
I.
It might drop more skeletons on me. You should do it.
That's
Hey,
what I was.
boy.
That's why I'm not pulling the lever.
Coward!
Okay, I'll pull the lever.
Okay.
Pull the lever.
So you hear, and this wall slides over. Gabe.
Okay.
From where you are.
That's my turn.
Okay. Great. Ramvik.
I'm gonna stab the skeleton.
Yep.
18 damage. Thunder.
It is dead.
Alright.
There are bones scattered everywhere in this area.
What am I supposed to be looking at? Is this wall curve actually here?
Yeah. Yes.
So I
it
can't
is.
do this?
Sorry. Correct.
Alright. Am I supposed to
I
be able to
missed
see
that.
this way?
Yes. There's a locked door here. Sorry. Or not locked door. There is a door there. Do not know yet if it is locked.
I attempt to open it. Oh wow, it's locked. How unexpected.
Okay, so you open the door, and as you open the door, you see down this hallway that there is another ogre standing behind a ballista that has been readying its action for a while, and it fires
No,
the
I do
ballista
not.
at you. Oh, you don't? Okay.
From here, what the fuck are you doing? Stop it. Bad computer. Okay. Well, now I see the ballista, but the ogre's not in.
Oh, right. Okay. Ogre.
Oh, look, an
can you see
ogre!
past the ogre?
I can't.
Can you see? Okay.
I
So
can.
you see
I
that
can see
on the
Fred, though.
floor. Yeah, you see Kahiko is currently chained to the floor in the middle of some sort of circle of magical runes. Okay. So, this thing is gonna fire.
No, don't reset the.
Okay, so 6. Okay. Roll. I don't actually have a thing for this, so I have to manually roll this.
Yeah, that's fine.
Roller. And because it is a surprise, it has advantage. Okay, so a 24 will hit. That's not what I wanted to do.
1 damage, baby.
No, it's... You take 24 piercing damage. As this ballista bolt just like smashes through your side as it smashes into the wall behind you.
Okay.
If you have more movement you'd like to use, feel free.
I do.
Because you are large, I think going through this hallway would be considered squeezing, so you would have
Correct.
to be half movement, unless you want to become
Would be.
I don't know if you could just...
I am talking slowly so I can look something up. Where the... it's part of Elemental Cleaver, that's why I didn't see it. My weapon is a 20/60 thrown weapon right now. And so I can throw it at this guy with disadvantage for my second attack.
Okay, sure.
9?
9 will miss.
Okay. But
Kind of clatters off the front. It smacks the front of the ballista and then flies back to you.
I thought ogre zombies had like no AC.
Actually, let me pull the sheet back up. I think I was looking at the wrong sheet. Yes, no, you do hit. They have an
Okay.
AC of 8.
Alright, 16 thunder damage. And I will...
Also, you can see that where the ballista is, there are like panels on the sides of it that make it so that you can't just walk past the ballista.
Okay. Bonus action, close the door.
Okay.
End turn. Hey.
Great. You hear from the other side. You just hear as the ballista gets reloaded, and then the skeletons are dead. Samus. Oh no, the one skeleton grapples against the wall here still.
Well, sucks for that one skeleton.
So
One.
you guys probably,
two.
Torrid, you can probably hear this. I can say both of you probably hear the sound of a ballista firing, and then
Presumably,
Right,
sounds
that's a 6
I'd
move.
imagine my greatsword dealing thunder damage isn't quiet either.
that's also true. You hear.
I will then pull the lever. Kronk.
Okay, this slides back closed.
What slides back closed?
No, it was on
You
my
know,
side.
You hear. You
Oh,
hear.
okay.
As stone slides against stone.
Are we helping Ramvik?
This crossbow's bigger than usual!
That's excellent.
I don't know if I've noticed that the thing happened, so I'm not gonna tell you what it was. I, the player,
Alright.
know.
I will dash and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dash again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
That's the end of Samus's turn.
Okay.
Ow. Stupid cat.
Sorry, looking at my character sheet.
Torrid's turn.
Sorry, which way did Samus dash? I was looking at my character sheet.
Samus dashed back
Straight
through
down.
the rotating door.
Yeah. 1, 2. Greetings. I won my turn to hit.
Okay. Ramvik, on your turn, you can hear, kind of this, like, what almost is kind of like this odd, like, it's a hard sound to describe, but it almost sounds like it's like a magical hum that you start to hear, and you hear Kahiko scream, "Get me off of this thing!"
Okay. 5. Then I open the door.
Yep.
I open the door from around the corner.
Sure. You hear, and then you hear as the arrow, another ballista bolt slams into the wall.
Then I will attempt to use this frickin' thing correctly. End my rage in this corner. Let me move. 10, 15. What are you doing? I don't want to switch my control to the door.
Close the door. There
20,
you go.
25, 30, 35. Can I fly over the ballista?
It's basically like a little slit, and the panels go all the way up to the side. So you could like try to like break the ballista.
Yeah, I'll try that. Is it an attack roll, a strength check?
Yep. Attack roll. They have. Okay, you crit the ballista. They have HP and an AC.
20 slashing.
20. So you smash into this thing, and one of the boards starts to break in, but the ballista's not been destroyed yet.
Fuck.
You go to swing again. You like clang off the top of the ceiling. Unfortunate.
Oh. Wait a minute. Shit! I didn't realize I could do this. Does it look like Kahiko has one more round, or?
You
I already
you could give me an
burned
arcana. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say it'd be really hard for you to tell.
Yeah, I don't know. All right.
Okay.
Do I have a bonus action? I don't think I do. Can I item interaction shove my way into the whole bonus action rage to get large? And then, the answer is no, because I don't grow if I don't have room.
Yeah, you would not have room. You could like jump on top of the ballista into like the gap through that you broke the thing on. So you'd be like up above where the arrow bit is.
Okay.
So you're like up above the ballista, sure.
Okay.
Okay. Then if that's where you're ending your turn, the ogre is, seeing that you're right there, is just going to try to punch you with a slam attack. It got an 11.
That misses. Something missed Ramvik.
It can't find purchase through the there's so much debris here that it just doesn't hit you. It just kind of slams against the ballista. Then skeletons are dead. Oh no, that skeleton is still there, waiting. Samus's turn.
Samus would like to wave Torrid back to the rotating door and tell him that she will send him to help Ramvik, and then delay my turn until after Torrid moves.
Okay. Sure. Go ahead, Torrid.
Alright.
Alright. So we walk over and pull the lever once.
Yep, and it will rotato this way. if you're just gonna let the wall push you, then you can be here, or whatever in the center of it.
And
There's a
then
skeleton right there.
pull it again so that he gets sent over to where Ramvik is.
Okay. This again. Like this. There you go. Yeah. So this thing rotates twice, and there's a skeleton right there.
Hey.
You still have your action.
Alright, hit the skeleton. Assuming that it misses.
The 9 will miss.
Alright. Second attack.
The 12 will miss.
Oh. Alright. Oh. That's my turn.
Yep. Okay, Ramvik.
I'll use my bonus action to re-rage again. I think I lost it because I didn't attack last turn.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, so. Windcaller, racial ability, lets me cast Gust of Wind, which is a 60-foot long, 10-foot wide blast of air that requires a strength saving throw that no living thing could possibly fail unless they choose to. Are people allowed to intentionally fail saves if the spell doesn't say they can?
Probably. You do notice that Keiko is chained to the floor.
Ah. So pushing him 15 feet out of range doesn't do anything?
Right. He just the chains are like pretty taut. Like he's
Okay.
like no pun intended spread eagle on the ground.
Uh-huh. And the ritualistic circle, would it look like it would get blown away? Or is it like candles or something that need to stay lit?
No, it looks like it's like
Still wet blood that would get smeared?
That's a good question, actually. It is like it is like a these like runic circles. They are drawn in blood. So you could see if that would smear it. Although it does look like they've dried and they're like it's like dried blood on the ground and it's like glowing.
Okay. Well, my spell save is 10, so I don't think that's my
Let's
best
go,
option.
ogre.
This hole I've chopped through the ballista. Is it large enough for me to squeeze through, or do I need to finish breaking it to get in?
I think you need to have to break it a little bit more.
Okay. I will
Spent.
re-rage in the area that I'm not large enough to enlarge, so I don't enlarge. And then I hit it again, recklessly.
Okay.
18 to hit.
That'll hit. That hits the ballista.
18 damage.
Okay, yeah, so you like snap off one of the whole like barricade things and just like crashes into the room. So now you can move freely into that space.
Alright, then I cut this corner. Go here. And I'll go one more. And I'll cut
Okay.
the chain holding his dominant hand. No, his dominant
Okay.
talon. So he can start trying
Sure.
to cut the other talon.
Okay.
You need damage for that, or?
Yes. Let's see. And it's thunder damage.
Yes, all thunder.
Right. Okay. Yeah, so you just smash your sword into the ground and it pops. It bursts the chain at his foot.
Okay. I'll drop the torch on one of the lines and land.
Okay.
And end my turn.
Okay. Ogre's gonna slap you.
Oh no,
Try
I'm
to.
not. I don't care about you, buddy.
14.
Miss.
Okay. He like just swings its arm over your, like you duck as it tries to swing at you.
Are you still here?
Yes. Then it will be Samus's turn.
Samus is just gonna wait because I believe Torrid is still inside of the spinny thing. And actually, you know what? Samus is going to investigate and look for any hidden switches up here. I have the dash to make it
Okay.
up there, but bonus action.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. You do not find anything.
Okay, I kind of thought that might happen, but I had to try.
Fair enough. Okay. You do hear what kind of sounds like footsteps on stone and like faint like zombie noises coming from back towards the entrance.
Oh, excellent.
Torrid, there's a skelly man in front of you. Oh, I'm
Oh.
sorry. The skeleton would have gone before Samus, so the skeleton is gonna attempt to stab you once. It got an
Yay.
11.
Nope.
It tried. Go ahead.
I'm gonna reckless attack him. Reckless. You know.
Yep.
I'm assuming
Yeah,
that
it
hits. Awesome.
Alright, the skeleton is... It dies in a burst of light from your spear. Or trident.
Now,
Skeletons are off.
give me a sec.
Is Kahiko in the initiative order?
Not currently. I can put him in the initiative order.
Because
'Cause he is here. Let me select his token. And initiative. And he will go. I guess technically, since you burst his talon, he would have done something before. I mean, he's still.
he's the only thing he can do is scratch the other chain on his other foot with his talon,
Yeah.
which is probably a
Not
disadvantage.
Can I take my move action real quick?
Non-magical slashing
Yeah, go
against the middle.
Oh yeah, let me move the door thing. Sorry, for the lighting. I guess it doesn't matter for you guys, but light. This should be here. This should be
Probably heading north.
Yep. So eventually you get to a point here where you see that there's this big stone wall on tracks that is closed.
Alright, that'll be my turn.
Back to range.
I will hit the two chains holding his arms.
Okay.
And
Yeah, so you blast those. Okay. So he just has the one talent. As you do that, you can see that the rune things are starting. They were starting to flare, and now they're like fizzling out because he's no longer bound in the proper position, whatever.
Okay. Then I'll end turn.
Great. Zombie's gonna slap you.
I hope he hits.
That's a double crit.
Good job, buddy.
17 bludgeoning.
Do you think you accomplish things with your life?
Kahiko is going to get up on his feet, and stand where the chain is kind of behind you. He's like, "Thank you, Remvik. I thought I was a goner there. We can catch up after we kill this thing."
I think someone beat us to it.
Yes. Samus.
Honestly, I don't really even know what's going on the other side right now. So Samus is going to sit here and wait until someone asks her to pull a lever.
Okay. Sounds good.
Or you might want to ask her to pull a lever. What?
Okay,
Said,
Torrid.
let's pull it up. Oh, okay. I'll run forward to this little door to the dude and see what's on the other side.
That is a wall. That is, it is not open, sorry.
Oh,
That is a wall that is slid. It's a piece of wall on tracks that is now closed.
oh,
Because
it's
you
okay.
guys opened it and then reclosed it.
Okay. I will yell at Samus to pull a lever.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
So you pull the lever.
Yep.
You hear the thing turn again. Where is it? This way? Hear that turn. Okay. Is that it?
Yep.
Okay. Ramvik.
I'm gonna attack the ogre and Kahiko's last chain.
Okay.
Chain first. 18.
Great. Yep.
Ogre.
Yep.
10.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna stop standing in the death circle.
Okay. Yep. Move out. Great. Okay. Ogre zombie's gonna try to slap you. 17.
That will hit.
14 bludgeoning. Hihiko is then going to, step out of the circle. He doesn't have any gear on him.
Our talons are 1d6 strength-based attack with which he is proficient.
Okay, he's gonna move up to this corner, above the guy, so he's like directly up here, and he is going to slap him with some talons. So it's here. I'm just gonna. It'd be the same as a longsword attack, just the damage would be different. Right? Or a great.
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't have the.
Yeah, the 2-hit roll would be the same unless he has a magic whatever.
Oh, that's long.
That is a long bow, friend.
Sorry. It'd be great sword attack, but with
It would be 21 if you're using his first roll.
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't matter. This thing has maybe plural AC.
It's what, a D4 plus strength?
D6.
D6? Oh, okay. So I'll
Assuming
just
he's
do
the same
this
edition of
minus 3.
Aarakocra I am.
Okay, so 7. Is it longsword's D8? Yeah, so okay. So 7, he does 7. And he has extra attack, so he's gonna do it again. Slappies. So minus, that's 2d6, oops. I should have, this. Whatever. He does 1s of damage. Okay. Great. Samus' turn.
I'm going to pull the lever again.
Okay. Yep. This will rotate here.
I will blink. 1, 2, 3, then dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then pull this lever too.
Ding! Okay. So yeah, so this slides open.
Oh, the initiative just died.
Oh no! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. It's back.
And then I guess I'll just walk
Uh,
back this way a little bit.
Okay. Torrid. The wall's open now.
Yeah, I'll explore that wall. Oh, yeah, this is the what he was talking about. All right, never mind.
So yeah, so as you go around that corner, you can see that there's a partially dismantled ballista with an ogre that is currently fighting 2 birdmen.
We'll dash just to get within sight, and then I will use my bonus or no, dashing is a bonus action.
And dashing is an action.
Action.
Unless you're
Right.
a rogue like me.
Bonus action, and I will rage again. And that's my turn.
Okay, Ramvik's turn.
Hit thing me. Me hit thing. Me hit thing 35. You're muted.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, go. Okay, you have hit it for 35 damage. It is gonna punch you again. 13.
Nope.
That's its turn. Kahiko's gonna try to scratch at it a couple times again. He's here. We'll just do 2 of these, whatever. Both of those will hit. Damage. That's 8 2. Okay. That's another 10. Okay. Guys are doing work. Samus.
Samus will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, blink. Pull the lever.
Pull the lever. It rotates.
Pull the lever again? Question mark.
That will do this.
And then I'll just sit here waiting for them to tell me that they're done.
Okay.
Brian desperately trying to get through a 2-person required door.
There's also You guys notice in this, if you can see to the end of this hallway, there's another door down here.
Mhm.
From the
I cannot.
room you guys are in. Okay. Torrid, your turn.
Oh, whack the dude.
In 8 hits.
Holy shit. Oh,
Okay, sick.
Eight.
Okay. Go again.
okay.
Okay, 22 hits. 9 plus.
No, no.
Are you raging currently too?
Oh yeah, I raised at the end. At the end of my last turn.
Okay. Then you kill this guy.
Awesome.
He topples to the ground. I will say at this point we are out of initiative. Because some other things in the dungeon have transpired. But you guys, there's nothing in here that is currently hostile to you guys, so we will drop initiative. And yeah, Kahiko's like, thank you for that. Yes, I was transferred here from the prison, and that red-haired prick chained me to the floor. I think he was trying to, well, I saw what he did to the other people he brought in here. I think you probably slayed some of them when coming through here.
I would like
was just
to.
going to be his victim.
Okay.
Go ahead.
While he's trying to do his speech, I'm going to use the last of my rage to try to break this wall enough to see through it,
Okay.
so that Amos can just teleport here.
Okay. Let's see. That's what? 16, 24, 33 damage. Sure, we'll say you break a little hole in the wall. Let's see. Let's move this. There.
Damn, it's this way! And then I shove my torch through the wall, and I say, "She'll figure it out."
That's
that's
fucking damn it. I pull the lever
Okay.
twice,
It's really
I think.
okay.
If I'm
Yeah.
guessing correctly where Ramvik is. I cannot see where your hand is.
Here you go.
Okay. Then we go up here. I don't see any holes in the wall.
Correct. This is not the right room.
Oh my goodness. I go back over, I pull the lever.
Okay. Yeah, so this thing will rotate again however you want it to rotate. It's
Yeah, I'm walking out the front door.
okay. So Kahiko's like, yeah, let's get out of here. Are we
Alright.
gonna
Is it this way? And then I go to this door and try to open it.
Sure. Yeah, it's the same thing as the other one. But as you round the corner, you see that there's another wall that has tracks.
No, the fuck I don't.
As you go around the corner. You can see if you look through this hole here that there's another lever here. So if Torrid, you could probably climb through the hole in the wall, and then that will open this.
I'll pull the lever.
Great. He goes just after that. He's just gonna walk this way. Go through here.
I guess I'll pick up my torch. Because it didn't do anything. Is this just the way out?
Yes.
This is
So as
legitimately
you
just
come
the way
to-
out.
As you come into this room,
Uh-oh.
I need you to make a dex save.
Oh shit.
Okay. So this like spike wall thing basically like launches towards you and smashes you into this wall, and you are going to take some damage. You take 21 piercing damage.
Okay.
As the spike wall launches, and Kohiko just kind of looks at you and he's like, "Are you okay?"
No.
Okay. And he like wrenches the spike wall like off of you, and then it's just like it just falls to the ground. He's just like pokes his head through. And he's like, "Okay, I think that was a one-time trap."
I'll very quickly make my way over.
Yep. As you notice here, a bunch of the doors here are open. So Samus, you're probably gonna get to the. I assume you're just gonna wait at the exit for them.
I'm gonna wait right where I am, so that if I hear them knocking on the walls and saying, "Samus, how do we get out of here?" that I'm ready.
You do hear like them probably idle chatter, and then you hear.
Ah,
And then
okay.
you
If I can hear them
say-
coming from this way, then yeah, I'll just
Yeah.
walk over to the entrance.
And you hear Kahiko say, "Are you okay?" And Torrid be like, "No." Kiko's like, "Ah, Samus,
Oh,
hello."
are these zombies here just gone out
Yes.
into the world? Okay, great, excellent.
They're gone. They're not in the.
Is this supposed to be passable terrain?
Yes.
Can't see
Right
or move through this
here.
door.
Can you get?
Try moving like one space down.
Sorry.
What? Oh, you moved us.
Ooh.
Okay. So
Yes.
the door we saw at the entrance wasn't even passable. We took the only option.
No,
Aha!
it was. If you opened it, it's technically passable. Kahiko can move through it, but that might just be because I have DM privileges.
Well, you moved me to the other side and then closed the door.
Oh. Oops.
Yeah, I definitely I can't move my character through that door, no matter where I try and do it from.
And also, if you try it incorrectly, sometimes the door will close on you, and then you're just stuck inside the door until you manage to click the door open and then click your token. Please take me to the other side of the door.
Well, I guess we're stuck here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Yeah,
can't
so-
go through. Let me out.
Here, maybe this will help. Can I? What happens
No.
if I?
There's a wall.
How about now?
There we go.
Okay, I figured it out. The wall, the divider I'd put on this wall stretched all the way across this gap. That's what the issue was.
Oh.
Yeah. So you notice now, with Kahiko, that that purple hue in his eyes is now gone.
Oh, that's good.
That's awesome.
He says, well, that psychopath kept those things down here, and it sounds like you can hear, like, faint noises coming from up the staircase. He's like, Sounds like some of those things escaped. We should probably take care of those. Do any of you have any extra weapons on you?
I look at Kahiko's greatsword, which I am using, and then I look at him and say, "No."
I guess I
Oh,
still
right,
have
you
Warhammer.
took it.
Oh,
I
Oh,
have
I
Warhammer
forgot.
written down.
I forgot you.
yeah,
took his
Kahiko can have the spare Warhammer.
I do have a bunch of weapons on my character sheet, but I don't know if I snuck any of them in as the
That's what I
bonus.
was
That's
thinking.
fair. That's
Hmm.
fair. Okay,
I probably have like a dagger or something.
it's better than.
It is
Nothing.
not better than.
It's the same as a talon. No, the talons are
No,
actually better because they're
The
D6.
talons are better.
Talons are better. All right, let's go fight with your
I'll
talons.
return his weapon.
Thank you.
I'm keeping the formal clothes, though.
That's fine, right?
I look very dapper, covered in
yeah.
blood.
Oh yeah, shall we
Yes.
go and enjoy the rest
Oh
of
yeah.
the gala?
You
There are
guys-
zombies, Torrid.
But I bought. Okay.
Let's murder zombies and then we can enjoy the gala.
Yes. So as you guys head up the stairs to go find potentially escaped zombies, that's where we'll end this little mini session so that we can connect the two next Friday.
Alright. This took
Yay.
however long it takes them to enjoy a gala and then get hit by zombies.